Live from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia, it is time for a Friday night edition of Columbus River Dragons hockey. Hello everybody, my name is Liam Gotimer. As always, it's an absolute pleasure to be here alongside all of you as the River Dragons look to make it 9 in a row tonight, facing the Baton Rouge Zydeco. With that, we've got a brand new face in the broadcast booth. It's Mike Vee.
Well, thanks for getting me aboard. Appreciate it. Been a long time since I've been up here, but spent a lot of time on the other side, so to speak.
Absolutely.
But great to be back up here at the top of the Civic Center and with a great hockey team that's just doing a fabulous job and riding an 8-game winning streak.
Riding an 8-game winning streak. Mike, it's an absolute pleasure to have you up here in the booth with me throughout the rest of the season. With that, let's now send it right down to ice level. It is time for our fire starter of the night. And Mike, it is Scott Doherty, number 13.
You got a guy that's, one of those guys that just bring it to the table. I mean, he's a guy that's got out there. He's a physical guy, can get out there with big size, obviously. I mean, NHL type size right here in this building. So very interested to see how he goes. A number 13, you're not superstitious, so I guess Friday the 13th, just another day.
I suppose it is for Scott Doherty. You mentioned the NHL size, 6'5", 230 pounds. Mike, this is Scott's third game back from the ECHL South Carolina Stingrays, 5 points in 2 games, including 4 helpers.
Well, the thing is a guy this size, that size, I mean, what he can bring to the table, what he can do physically, what he can do, and he skates well for a big guy. So,
he does.
It's kind of the total package, and you're wondering why the ECHL isn't, keeping him up there.
Fantastic. With that, let's now send it to the other end of the ice for our Pest of the Game, which, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. And Mike, it's Stephen Ford. He got himself into the rough stuff when Baton Rouge was in this building last month.
Well, I mean, I guess if first you don't succeed, you try again. Second time he didn't succeed, so to speak. So 2 in a row is not so good. One of the things that happened is Alec just kind of beat him down. So it's one of those games that it's interesting to see if he'll be wanting to take a third time as the chomp.
We'll see if Kyle Moore has another meeting in store involving Heath/Stephen Ford, who once again is the Pest of the Game, which as always is proudly brought to you by Cook's Pest Control. With that, let's head into our very first commercial break of the evening. Then, when we return, I will take you back to last Saturday night, a 6-3 win against the PD Ice Cats, and a victory that made it 8 in a row for the Dragons.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cooks Pest Control.
We've got a dragon down on the ice.
Are we going to have a fight off of the draw here? Tyler Barrow and Jake Jurgenite. Now a full-on scrum next to the dasher. Kyle Moore involved. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, one half of the Pests of the Game. The referee, who's on the outside of the fray, telling Jake Jurgenite to go to the penalty box. Tyler Barrow will join him. Timur Razulov, he'll ring it around the boards. Houston Wilson's got it. He'll pull up, shorthanded against Kyle Moore. His pass immediately intercepted. Now on the rush, Alex Storjahan. Storjahan, Moore, holds, back door, they score! The captain, Kirk Underwood, 1 minute and 57 seconds into tonight's hockey game, puts Columbus on top. Dom Marcinkiewicz, corner to corner, Pat Marcinkiewicz. Timur Razulov. Razulov will walk it to the net, blocked in front. Babin makes the save. Jemayev takes a little bit of extra from Trevor Lord. This should, without a doubt, be a penalty on PD. And Lord wants more of Jemayev. And now Samaro and Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Multiple overhands from Samaro. And they end up on one another. Babin wants Parker Rutherford. He wants a piece. And Parker Rutherford says no. Oh man, we were robbed. Samaro pumps up his bench. And he has a word for Trevor Lord as he goes to the box. Samaro now out of the box, and he says to the fans, "Are you not entertained?" Scott Doherty and Divine Apollon. That's the marquee matchup that all 5,000 plus here at the Civic Center are waiting to see. Barrow up the left wing, shadowed by Houston Wilson. His pass taken by Dominic Marcinkiewicz. It's a breakaway for one half of the pests of the game. Trevor Babin said, "Get out of here with that one." Here's a one-timer, and Babin said, "Get out of here with that one," onto Houston Wilson. Meanwhile, Cody Wickline, Barrow, rink wide, misses Storjahan. Wilson trying to set up another shorthanded opportunity for his team. He'll just whack it behind Babin and allow Dominic Marcinkiewicz to go in on the forecheck. Barrow scores! Storjahan high slot in and out of the mitt of Rutherford. Playing the puck ahead to himself is Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Trying to shut him off is Lucas Texmo, and the puck goes in. Off of the glove of Babin and in for Dominic Marcinkiewicz. It's 2-1. Galvin and Thornton there for Columbus. Zydeco will push it up the wall. It gets through Babin and in. On the outer edge of the far side circle, it's Jemayev. The cycle continues for Doherty. The pass for Thornton, who will let it rip. Save, rebound, score! Tyler Barrow had a hat trick last night. Tonight, he's 2/3 of the way through. Doherty, one-timer, Thornton scores! No stick, no problem, Brody Thornton. Snapped it, then slammed it. River Dragons 4, Ice Cats 2. This is a 4-on-4. Doherty, skate to stick. He'll shove number 4, Dominic Della Savita, right down onto the seat of his pants. The River Dragons looking to keep rolling. Okay. Brody Thornton at the blue line. Here comes a 2-on-1 rush. Thornton across. They score! Thornton to Wickline to the back of the net. 5-2 River Dragons. And Gary Graham has been ejected from this game. He's literally walking off of the ice. At least that's what I think. He's either been ejected or needs to use the restroom. Any lip readers out there? Oh. I think he's talking about perhaps a non-slashing call. How about that camera work, though? Tyler Barrow for the hat trick. Oh, he scores! Simply magical! 2 straight games with a hat trick for Tyler Barrow. Shout out to the fans here at the Civic Center. A very large crowd on hand to watch the Dragons. More than 5,000 in attendance. I believe the last I checked, it was 5,200. The River Dragons thrive when all of you are cheering them on. Tonight, no different as it's been all season. And now we've got a fight. Apollon, one shot to the side of Scaldy's head. And now Trevor Babin wants a piece of Divine Apollon. Scaldy has broke out into another fight behind the play. Babin with his helmet off, and he jumps into the crease. My goodness! It's a melee here at the Civic Center. Matthew Horn now in a fight against Jordan Popoff. This is straight up insane. Popoff and the first-year pro Matthew Horn. They're still going. Trevor Babin not separated from his opponent in the near dot. Divine Apollon wants another punch at Skate Scaldy, and I'm sorry. Control of this game completely lost. Completely and utterly lost. Divine Apollon is gone. The question is who's not kicked. The question is not who is kicked out of this game, it's who's not kicked out of this game at this point. Skate Scaldy and Nicholas McGill Diaz. Horn has been rushed off to the locker room. Trevor Babin has to pick up the rest of his gear. 4:49 to go in the third. This is one of the craziest sequences I have ever seen in the game of hockey. No love lost between either team for sure. Nicholas Miguel Diaz is gone. Add him to the list. Trevor Babin checking out his hand with his blocker off. A round of applause for Trevor Babin. And now a Babin chant from the crowd. Take it away, and now Babin is telling the fans to get up and cheer. We're just going to keep it on Trevor Babin. He checks out that left hand.
All right, Coach, I'm not going to talk about how many games we've won in a row, but I can tell you, and I'm sure you know, team playing quite well right now. Talk to me about last weekend, first on the road in Biloxi, then back at home.
Yeah, no, again, the road game, played simple, got rolling, and, didn't really look back. And, to go down there and play the way we did, kind of got on the penalty kill a little bit and killed all those, and then got our opportunities. And anyways, come back, long 5-hour trip, get here at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then kind of the same thing, all in all, I mean, I thought the guys reacted and responded appropriately, and had to scold them one time during the game, get their act together and stop playing loose and start playing the right way, kind of thing. And as soon as that happened, kind of the floodgates opened. So,
without the cursing, walk me through that moment. What was the?
I really
vibe of the
can't.
game?
I really can't do it justice.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I mean, it was. I don't know if it was in the first or second period. I think maybe in the second. We're up 1-0, maybe 2. And we start playing loose and give them opportunities, and they score their first goal. I like to think Babs would like to have the first one back, hit his glove and kind of trickled in. And then we get on the power play and we give up opportunities, kind of thing on the power play, and Babs has to make some unbelievable saves. And it was just more, guys, just stop playing, start doing what works, chips and dumps, and you got to protect the puck a little bit in certain areas. And when our first touch is really good and we don't overhandle the puck and don't try to do too much on our own, throw a couple exemplary words in there, and it was a good 20-second rant. I think there was like 8 minutes left to go, and I think it was in the second period. And right after that, they scored a couple goals, and go in the locker room in the third period. I'm like, guys, do I need to say another word? They all said no. I'm like, well, let's go win the game.
Love it. So how do you think your team responded there in the third? Seems like you locked it down from really the 8.5-minute mark of the second on. Yeah, no, they did. And you know what? What's so frustrating is, when they play that way, it's an easy game. And, not to take away from Biloxi or whoever, I mean, you can get away with that against a team like that doesn't have the firepower that Athens and Monroe and even PD, you just got to play that. Give me that consistent 60 minutes. There's going to be accidents. There's going to be some turnovers here and there. I get that, but just give me some consistent, all the time, and good things will happen. I'll get to the elephant in the room here during the third period in just a moment. But before we get there, Tyler Barrow continues to do Tyler Barrow things out there on the ice. You remarked to him as being one of the smartest players on the current roster. Just discuss the back-to-back hat tricks and just overall just when he is, again, just firing on all cylinders, thinking the game the right way, just how that positively affects your group?
Yeah, you know what? He's so dynamic when he has the puck. You never know kind of how that quick pass is going to come, or that quick shot, or whatever. Just that timing of everything that he does when he has the puck. He's, again, so dynamic, and you never know. And he's got a heck of a shot. Doesn't shoot a whole lot. When he does, it's usually on target and it usually goes in. Yeah. And you combine that with some playmaking with Storjahan and Wickline. Again, they like to play tight and they like to play fancy. And you know what? Every now and then you got to throw in some shots to create those opportunities and get people to run around a little bit. Mm-hmm. But no, just his little nuances that he has. True professional. I mean, you can definitely see he has that touch kind of thing. So, and you kind of not live and die, but he gets you going. But they can also drop off on the other end and get you in a little bit of a slide. And everything is contagious, right? Energy is contagious, and you get buzzing and you do the right things. That's contagious, and then you also, on the other side of it, you get, every now and then it's contagious on the negative side of it, and more times than not, it's the positive as opposed to the negative. So, again, they can lead the way the team needs to go.
Coach, it was a physical affair all night. Then it all culminated with under 5 minutes left to go in the third. What did you see there on the bench? Yeah, you know what? I mean, entertainment factor.
Was there.
Unbelievable. You like it. It's something, on a team that's searching for something, that has to happen early on in the game when things aren't going right. When the game's over and done with, I don't particularly like it per se, when you got guys that don't have an impact on the game and they go on jump guys, and then you throw Babin in there that likes to be the protector. He should be a forward or a defenseman. I'd like to think he'd probably have a few more suspension if he was out, not in goal. But I hate the fact that he gets involved in that per se. But you got to love his passion and what he brings to the table when it comes down to that. And I'd rather have him in the net making saves than in the stands watching.
Gotcha. So it'll be Tyler Roy tomorrow night?
Correct.
Gotcha. We'll also have Jewett and Blacksmith coming back. Can you talk to me about how you're expected to kind of change up the lineup, if at all, or still considering here? Yeah, no, Chewy has looked really good this week in practice. Like, he's just flying and buzzing. Awesome.
With him back, probably throw him back where he was before he got hurt with Jemayeff and Morsey. And then, we will have Ryan Hunter back in the lineup as well. And you know what? Huntsy's going to have to work hard with, I want to say, the third line.
Goodness. All right.
Per se, pretty tough to mess up the Storjahan Wick line and Barrow line. So, yep. Like to keep Jammer and Chewy and Morsey together. There was some nuances there before Chewy got hurt, and then you throw in Galvin with Huntsy, and whether it be Tex, whether it be Haran and or Scalds, they can all skate, they can all create, and just gotta see what happens.
Let's talk about the defense for a moment. The leadership of Justin Somero since coming back into the lineup. Can you talk about that? And again, playing on the back end and really handling an unfamiliar position with a plum. Yeah, you know what? He's it's a learning and process, I guess, when it comes down to it. But no, some skates really well. He sees the ice pretty good. With him being back there, there's going to be some misreads and mistakes or whatever, but he always makes up with a block shot or a second effort somewhere down the pipeline. So, he's been a blessing in disguise. Last question for you before your fun question, of course. The next opponent coming into the Lair, The Baton Rouge Zydeco, they've won 2 games in a row, including ending Monroe's 18-game winning streak there on the road. What's going to be the key to, again, coming out flying against Baton Rouge, a team that you can't take lightly?
Yeah, you know what? They're a team, again, that works hard. They got some guys that can put the puck in the net. You know, they're always just there. Their work ethic is probably one of their strengths. And again, you know, we just got to make sure that we take care of our game. Not so much worried about their game. If we execute what we want to do on a consistent basis and eliminate turnovers, and you know, they're going to get what we give them, and we just got to eliminate our own mistakes and move on. I mean, we're going to score some goals. We're going to score goals. We just got to play better defensively, not just against Biloxi, but anybody that we play. We got to make sure that we stop inflicting ourselves with our own mistakes.
Your fun question, it's now time. I described what happened on Saturday night on the broadcast as a melee. What was the biggest melee you've been a part of on the ice as a player?
Oh boy.
Or as a coach? I mean, you can bring it back to Carolina.
No, there's been a few. As a player, you know what, I've always told my guys, I'm like, hey, I know exactly what I'm doing every game that I played, and I'm doing this so my Tyler Barrows can go score goals and win the game. But I've had 5 guys jump me before, and
Gotcha.
I've been at the bottom of a pile against the Huntsville Channel Cats per se. And then really as a coach, I mean, we've had a couple bench clearing brawls early on. Actually, I think it was in Florence way back when against I forget what they were called, the Cyclones maybe. Had a bench clear there where, you know what, at that point of the season we weren't playing all that great, and I kind of made a little bit of a joke. I'm like, hey, all my guys that weren't contributing are sitting in the stands today, so you know, maybe tonight we can actually go out and win. And sure enough, we did. We went on a little bit of a tear after that. And then obviously the big one was is against, or the most recent, against Winston-Salem way back, 5 years ago or so. That was a good one. And apparently I might have kind of had a stick in my hand and smacked the glass a little bit, trying to stop their coach from talking to my players, and got a little crazy.
Don't mess with your own Boom Boom B-shirt, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Coach, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
You bet.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Liam Gotimer and Mike Vee here with you. The River Dragons just introduced to the fans. With that, let's send it down to ice level for the national anthem.
Thank you. Now may I send you with hands over heart.
a ravishing rendition of our national anthem as we take you back to center ice. We have our ceremonial puck drop as the River Dragons get set to take on the Baton Rouge Zydeco on home ice.
Welcome you to Hockey Time on the Chattahoochee!
20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco on a Friday night from the Columbus Civic Center. Liam Gotimer here with you inside of the broadcast booth. Alongside me, brand new color commentator Mike Vee.
And something that I have never seen in my life in hockey.
Tell the fans, what do we got going on?
Apparently a delay of game called against the River Dragons for not leaving the ice in a timely fashion by about 2 seconds. And someone is a stickler on that rule. It's a rule that I cannot believe exists, to be quite frank with you. And I've never seen a power play to start a game.
As a result, the River Dragons will be on the floor in the core penalty kill. Tyler Barrow is in the box. He did not exit the ice in a timely manner. Columbus on the penalty kill to kick us off. The numbers on the screen for each team. On the power play, Baton Rouge operating at 13%, while on the penalty kill, the River Dragons at 83%. They've stayed steady from where they've been toward the beginning of the year, consistently above 80%, Mike.
Well, that's a testament to good coaching right there on the power play. It's a very, very big thing that Jerome Bouchard is about.
Absolutely, as a shorthanded chance right off of the hop. That's Kyle Moore, number 15. He tests the goaltender for Baton Rouge. That is Ed Coffey, who wears number 35. And Mike, the River Dragons may be on the floor in the core penalty kill, but 36 seconds into the game, the first goaltender to have to face a shot from the opposition.
I'm just curious, and I'm going to talk to Jerome after the game. I wonder if you start the game on the power play, if you don't get on fire, is that the momentum going to go the other way on you?
It could. We'll certainly see. The Zydeco coming into this game, winners of each of their last 2 games. Most notably, Mike, they ended the 18-game winning streak of the Monroe Moccasins.
Well, that'll make them stop believing in themselves. You take the best team and take a record away, and I think, it's just they're down the road or a rival.
So Scott Chirac, who wears number 19, he'll dish it back to Nick Catola, who wears number 7. We're aware of the scoreboard issue. We'll get that logo changed from Biloxi to Baton Rouge in just a moment. But it is the Baton Rouge Zydeco here in town as they'll get set up in the offensive zone for the first time. This is Dmitry Kuznetsov. A pass over to the right, rink wide. It comes to the defenseman, Nick Catola, who wears number 7 with 35 ticks remaining of power play time. If you're just joining us, Tyler Barrow is in the box for delay of game. So Kuznetsov his pass goes awry. Larwood will have to skate outside of the blue line, and he'll toss it into River Dragon territory. Wickline at the center ice red line. He'll fire it in cross corner. 10 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Columbus, they've won 8 straight games. They're 20-11, 3-2-1. They have 69 points, 3rd place in the Continental, while Baton Rouge, as I touched on before, winners of 2 in a row, 8-20-6-0-0. They have 30 points entering play tonight.
I ticked off only 20 seconds in our zone on that power play.
That's good penalty killing right there. Tyler Barrow out of the box. And now the 3-man unit, Mike, that has been especially effective ever since being put together. That being Alex Storjahan, number 4, Cody Wickline, number 10, and Tyler Barrow, number 8. They get their first even strength shift of the night. They'll have to defend here as Bailey Morris at number 9, one of the newer members of the Zydeco. He'll get the puck behind the net. Tyler Roy, who mans the crease for Columbus this evening, gets a piece of the puck with his paddle. It's still in front as it pinballs around. Brody Thornton, number 65, will come into the corner. He'll collide with a member of the Zydeco. That's Ilnor Madiarov. Good first pass, though, from Storjahan as he goes off for a line change. He's got the tape of Cody Wickline, who has 2 members of the Zydeco shadowing him, so he'll roll it around the boards. Barrow picks it up on his forehand. 2 straight games with a hat trick for Tyler Barrow.
How about that?
The ability to have confidence with the puck from Tyler Barrow, unmatched. The Zydeco get themselves a line change, a partial one for the River Dragons as well. We'll have the starting lines for Columbus coming your way on the broadcast at the next whistle, which is right now. We have an offside on the River Dragons. The faceoff will come outside of the blue line.
Well, again, an incredibly unusual start of power play right at the beginning of the game, and it looks like the River Dragons were able to come out there and just kind of play catch with themselves, keep a lot in zone, got a couple of shots in on the goaltender, and I think only 1 shot on goal for the power play for.
An especially effective beginning to the game for the River Dragons. Again, very seldom do you start the game shorthanded as a blast from the top. That came from the right point. Nick Catola, number 7, took it. The puck bounces for Columbus inside of the defensive zone, and Matthew Horn will start it up. Joel Texmo dumps it deep. He'll take a hit, but he made a play. Underwood, D to Joel's brother, Lucas, save made, rebound, and Coffey goes all the way down, and on the doorstep, he kept it out.
Pretty good stop there, kept the pad down low on the ice.
Well, Mike, how about the 2 brothers teaming up for the scoring chance right there? Lucas took the shot from the point, Joel pounced on the rebound.
And he was in perfect position. Coffey able to stonewall him.
He was. Lucas will try again. He'll zip over to the center ice red line, attach himself to the wall next to the River Dragons bench as there's a shot from Kyle Moore. Save made by Coffey. Moore calling for a high stick, and we're going to get one. We'll have a face-off.
That's one thing that I noticed, particularly 2 weekends ago when I was witnessing this game live, is the River Dragons are just incredible when it comes to buzzing around the net, and a lot of play behind the goal line. That sets up a lot of plays because they're able to get a guy in front of the net and take either the deflection or a good pass or even a save and a rebound, be able to get a shot on goal.
The ability of the River Dragons to manage the offensive zone this year has been spectacular, and especially during this 8-game winning streak. There's just a ton of confidence. Everybody knows where everybody else is going to be. It's the mark of a good hockey team and a group that's coming together as well.
Buzzing around like bees around the hive.
Love it. Still no Mike Wynn for the River Dragons tonight. He was placed on IR earlier this week. So Scott Doherty, who is tonight's fire starter of the night, he's on the back end alongside Josh Colton, number 5. Colton will go across for Doherty, who's patient with the puck. He'll step away from a member of the Zydeco. And now Columbus will push it into Zydeco territory. Heath Ford has difficulty with it. So now Alexander Jemayev looks to cut to the slot. Was looking to the referee for a potential slash. He did not get one. Jemayev on the back check. He'll rough Blake Keller right up, but the puck still dumped in behind Roy. Not many shots on Tyler Roy so far in tonight's game, but he's won each of his last 5 starts. That was after losing 3 starts in a row. So Wickline. Down low, Storjahan. Doherty. Right dot, Barrow. Misses Coffey's net. Wickline gets wrapped up with Chris Siolik. Still finds his man in Barrow, who's parked beneath the goal line. A try from a sharp angle, that off of the stick of Samaro was thwarted. Doherty will race over to the right point. He keeps it in. Down the boards it goes. Ethan Matcham, number 20, will get a lift on it. And out to center it goes. As a Let's Go Dragons comes from the crowd. Can Columbus catch Baton Rouge in a change? It's the man who
got dumped.
Has had a hat trick in 2 straight games, Tyler Barrow, but as Mike mentioned, Alex Storjahan got dumped and went sliding into the near end boards. As always, the first period of hockey on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, proudly brought to you by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland. As we have an icing, that's an opponent icing, which as always is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Air Force Heating, Air, and Plumbing. The score 0-0. The shots 3-zip River Dragons despite being shorthanded to tie the game. Oh, excuse me, to start the game. We will be right back.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Liam G and Mike Vee right back here with you on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Mike, you like that one?
Yeah.
Liam G and Mike Vee?
They're catchy. The keeper.
It's catchy. Mike, now that we have a second, 13:22 to go in the first, a face-off to come at the right dot to the glove side of Ed Coffey. Tell the fans a little bit about yourself and your background, your history with hockey in Columbus.
Hockey in Columbus is, for me, it was a big part of my life for 21 years on the Columbus Cottonmouths end of things, Central Hockey League, ECHL, SPHL, and got a tremendous amount of memories, got 3 championships that they were able to get. And there is nothing, I don't care what level you're in, there is nothing better than winning a championship in hockey. I think it's the hardest of all sports to win a championship.
That's amazing, and we're very happy to have you up here in the booth. As Ryan Hunter, he gets a touch on the puck after being returned from the ECHL South Carolina Stingrays just a couple of days ago. If you saw the social media video on various platforms, Scott Doherty said, "I forgot something," and then went back to get it, and look who it was. It was Ryan Hunter. Both of those players, of course, formerly with the South Carolina Stingrays. A player that has made an impact in both of those players' absence is Matthew Horn, who's on the ice right now alongside Ryan Hunter.
Well, your chance gets to shine when openings, whether it's injuries or call-ups, you get an opportunity to show your wares and prove to a coach that you're that guy that needs to be there.
Certainly, and Matthew Horn, he fought a very tough customer in Jordan Popoff in the last River Dragons game on Saturday. He's playing in his 10th game with Columbus tonight. He already has 5 points. He scored his first pro goal in this building a couple of weeks back. As here's a centering pass from the Zydeco from beneath the goal line, completely whiffing on the scoring chance was Eleanor Madiara, who wears number 13. Here's Joetten Blacksmith, number 46. He's back after a stint on injured reserve, playing alongside Kyle Moore and Alexander Jemayev. That 3-man unit comes into the offensive zone. They lose possession of the puck, but right above the right circle, Jemayev will keep the cycle moving, now over to the left. Pinching up from the point is Lucas Texmo. His try deflects off of the stick of Ed Coffey. The puck comes to Blake Keller. He has his stick lifted by Blacksmith, and Blacksmith, the extra poke to push it down the wall. The puck will come past the blue line, but I'd be remiss if I did not mention the work of Joetten Blacksmith, though. A hound on the puck. Now Columbus will have another entry. Jemayev, left wing side. Blacksmith lets the puck go. Kyle Moore with a ton of open space. A slap pass down to the goal line. Jemayev got his stick down. The puck went into the mesh.
That's, again, you got, Jemayev is a big guy. He's out in front of the net, gets a stick on it. Didn't go in, goes out of play. But I got to tell you that I think the word I'd like to use in that is tenacious. Tenacious, just forechecking inside the Zydeco zone. I mean, lifting sticks, getting the puck, not quitting on it, making some nice passes, and getting an opportunity for a shot.
And they're not on the ice right now as Barrow shoots and scores! In Tyler Barrow's most previous 2 games, he's had a hat trick, and tonight he kicks us off with a goal.
I was going to say he's a third of away from getting it in his 3rd game.
A hat trick of hat tricks.
Some guys don't get hat tricks in their whole career, 2 of them. He's got them back to back, and now he's working on another one. Wouldn't that be a trifecta?
What else can you say about Tyler Barrow, huh?
Holy mackerel.
I had a chance to ask head coach Bichard about Tyler Barrow, and he says he's the smartest player out there on the ice. And here might come another goal for Barrow. Storjahan for Barrow. The Zydeco have trouble with the puck in the mid-slot. Barrow will get crunched up in the near corner. This will turn into a 2-on-2. Larwood immediately taken by Wickline. Wickline's got it inside of his own blue line. Storjahan will race in. He's got Wickline to his left, Doherty to his right. Wickline, the trailer, Barrow, the bomb. It's blocked. You could just tell Tyler Barrow is a super confident player right now.
You know what? When you're on fire like that, just shoot, 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 shoot.
And he took a shot in that moment from the exact same spot he scored. That time the Zydeco able to make the adjustment, but like you said, Mike, when you're that hot, why not? No pun intended.
No.
Jake Cox, the Columbus, Georgia native. Tyler Roy makes the save. And let me tell you, Mike, we are 10 minutes and 5 seconds into the game. That's the first stop Tyler Roy has had to make.
Starting a game on the power play.
Hunter shoots. There's a save by Coffey. Excuse me. Transition offense for the River Dragons.
That's the thing about the Dragons. They're always in the position to get a shot in.
Here's a 3-on-2 for Baton Rouge. This is Kim Mietinen from the back end. Save made by Roy. The puck takes a loud bounce off of the end wall. Doherty is there to save the day. Solid positioning there from Scott Doherty. He was able to bring it around the wall. Puck came into the neutral zone. The Zydeco slam it right back in.
Oh, boy.
The shots on goal, 7-1, Columbus. The goal's 1-0. The lone goal in the game belongs to Tyler Barrow, his 29th of the season. Big hit from Kim Mietinen onto Ryan Galvin.
Man.
Keller into the River Dragon end. Samaro overtakes. He'll start it up. Galvin, Hunter, shoved off by Dmitry Kuznetsov. And now on the run come Baton Rouge. This is Keller, number 16. Save made by Roy. He made sure to stay glued over to that far post. He smacks his paddle with his glove. Showcase of confidence there from Tyler Roy. 2 for 2 already tonight. And you know, Mike, Tyler Roy, as I mentioned, he's won 5 straight starts, and Trevor Babin has been sensational ever since coming to Columbus. How important is it for a team that has championship aspirations to have a goaltender, no matter who is in net, you have a chance to win?
Well, I mean, that's the old 1A, 1B, not one.
Pardon me, Kyle Moore scores!
Well, when you're putting the puck in the net like that, goaltender's not that big of a deal, at least not for you. However, for Baton Rouge, it's an issue right now as they're down 2-0.
A little bit of a concern. 2 goals on 8 shots already.
You know, you talk about being hot and just putting the puck on right now. This game starts off, you'd think it would be exactly flip-flop the other way. A lot of shots on goal with a power play to start the game, but it's the exact opposite.
Yep.
And the River Dragons have just put their nose to the grindstone, and they have just absolutely put the pressure on Coffey and beaten them twice.
Ed Coffey, the last time he played a game, it was in this building. Took a loss that night, surrendering 5 goals.
Getting back to the goaltender issue on teams that have championship run, you have to have 1A and 1B, because there's never going to be a time where you don't have a goaltender that, hey, they pull a tendon, you get the little nagging in there, you get a shot that they take off the wrong side,
yep,
and or get run into, or whatever it may be. And they just sometimes, and the greatest quote of a goaltender was Frankie Ouellette, whose name is up there on the wall. He said, he was from Quebec, and he said, Coach, tonight looks like a beach ball. Last night, puck looked like BB. That's the way goaltenders run. That's why you have to have 2 goaltenders to take you through that season.
And you know what, Mike? The River Dragons have that luxury out of Tyler Roy and Trevor Babin. Trevor Babin's serving game 1 of 1 of a suspension as a result of his actions on Saturday night. We have a media timeout going on right now. Did you have an opportunity to catch what Trevor had going on Saturday?
No, I just go ahead.
So the PD Ice Cats came to town, and Divine Apollon, who is I guess you could say the enforcer for PD. 5 minutes left to go in the third. He threw a punch to the side of Skate Scaldy's head, and I have no idea what was said during that skirmish, but Scaldi didn't even have a chance to take his gloves off and become a willing participant in the fight. 2 shots to the side of his head, and Trevor Babin, the goaltender, took exception and jumped right out of the crease and got a few shots at Divine Apollon, and it was one of the crazier things I've seen.
Well, you've got to stick up for your teammates, and a goaltender normally is not going to get involved. It's the other way around normally. However, there's nothing that guys like better in that room is if a guy's got your back, and when a guy is taking liberties with you, sometimes you just got to pull all the stops out.
And I need to mention also in that moment, Matthew Horn dropped the gloves against Jordan Popoff. It was definitely a significant melee, I guess you could say, as we have an offside at the line. It's an offside on Baton Rouge, brought to you by Old School Barbershop.
One of the interesting stats that I see is that, Jerome Bouchard was known for his physical play, likes to have his team play physical.
Yep.
But this year, you look at it, the least penalized team in the league. So, crazy stuff isn't happening, at least in this rink.
He has an ability to have his team play disciplined hockey, play the right way, and a winning style.
Yeah.
As Kirk Underwood, the captain, he takes a check, as now the River Dragons forced to defend really for the first time in this period. Now they'll come out of the defensive zone with a plum. Left side, Blacksmith, onto the tape of Moore. Cutting to the cage, Jemayev. Trying to stick handle in a phone booth there was Moore, and Cox will take it left wing side and lollipop it to the opposing goal line to the left of Tyler Roy. Chipped out by Moore, not far enough for icing, so every single player on the ice for the River Dragons, 13 minutes into the game, will get a change.
9-2 on the shots.
Shots 9-2. The goaltenders, Ed Coffey has made 7 saves on 9 River Dragons shots. Tyler Roy has gone 2 for 2. Keller loaded up for a shot from the slot if the puck comes to him. Keller will now race over to the far half boards, take a hit from Doherty. Doherty lays another check onto his opposition, but the Zydeco find a way to beat Tyler Roy. It's 2-1.
That was a rolling puck. It's dangerous for a goaltender. Rolled right up his sleeve, over his shoulder in the top.
Blake Keller, number 16, gets the goal.
Fluky goal, but it's a goal nonetheless.
Fluky would be the way to describe it. Keller from Curtis Hansen, Nailnor Madiarov. Well, yes, the Zydeco just scored, but what I can do is go back to Kyle Moore's goal that made it 2-0.
Yeah.
So Barrow scores at 9:02. Barrow, his 29th goal of the season, assisted by Cody Wickline at even strength. Then 2 minutes and 50 seconds later, Kyle Moore from Jewett and Blacksmith and Alexander Jemayev. Most recently, Blake Keller. Matthew Horn skating with Ryan Hunter. The puck deflected off of the stick of Coffey. Swinging and missing was Galvin. Now, Narek Alexanian, number 71, will hold on to the puck, wrap it around, and Roy able to get his pad over to the far post in the nick of time.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a nice bid there and a pretty good wrap around it. That actually had a chance to go in, and it's a good thing Roy was able to get his skate over to that post and jam it to cause the face-off.
Roy moves very well side to side, able to handle chances like that coming from behind the net with ease. As Katola, right point, looks to find a lane through traffic. He does not. Bailey Morissette in the far side corner coughs it up to Matthew Horn, who blows a tire. Hunter has a chance to make a play, far side half boards, but the Zydeco take it. Once again, Liam G and Mike Vee here on the broadcast, bringing you coverage of Columbus River Dragons hockey tonight. Thank you so much to everybody watching on YouTube Live and Sporfy. Here's Cody Wickline, number 10. Wickline center ice. The puck takes a bounce onto the ice. Looking to skate into the puck with Somero, but he loses possession to match him. He will smack it off of the near boards. So Storjahan The forward out of Anthem, Arizona. Right side, Wickline. Barrow watches the puck go between his legs. Activating from the line is Thornton. Wickline in a prime scoring space. Shoots and sends it right off of the bicep of Coffey. Meanwhile, a one-on-one for the Zydeco. This is Larwood. He'll dance around Somero and go top shelf.
Hey, credit where credit's due right there. That's a goal scorer's goal right there. What a shot.
That was
Larwood.
Disgusting.
I mean, the play was developed. It was. I was looking at the two behind that were coming in, who was going to make it a 3-on-2, looking maybe for a drop. He makes this sick move and then comes up and makes an even sicker top shelf shot to beat Roy.
That was special, right there.
And guess what? This game is tied.
To dangle around a defender like that, working all alone on Roy and bring the puck from your backhand to your forehand and all in one motion. Slip the puck up over the goaltender's collarbone and underneath the crossbar. Very rarely do you see that.
Yeah.
The Zydeco pull it off, and despite going down 2-0 here early in this first period, they have now evened up the score. Kyle Moore with Jewett and Blacksmith and Kirk Underwood. The captain lets it fly. It's blocked. Moore on the ricochet. Underwood's pass misses everybody, and now the Zydeco will skate in on a 1-on-2. Ilnor Madiara for Keller, and a save made by Roy. He swallows it up, coming all the way out to the top of the crease to make the save.
Well, the ice is tilted all of a sudden the Zydeco's way, as they kind of, to be quite frank with you, look at you half asleep in the first part of the first, actually 2/3 of the period, and then all of a sudden they just pick things up and bing, bang, and they're right back in this game.
Yeah, right back in this game indeed. The score is 2-2. We will be right back.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Oh, my cheese. The new OM Cheeseburger from Applebee's. We took our juicy all-beef patty, melty American cheese, crispy applewood smoked bacon, spicy honey mustard, and fries, and put it on a sizzling skillet of cheese. So push the cheese, pull the cheese, love the cheese. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM Cheeseburger for $11.99, also on our 2 for $25 menu.
4 minutes, 5 seconds left to play here in the first period, which as always is brought to you by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland. Liam G and Mike Vee here with you on the call. Columbus with 2 goals on 10 shots, Tyler Barrow and Kyle Moore, while the Zydeco have 2 tallies on 7 bits to the net.
Alexanian, he's right there. Some talent with that. You could tell he's a guy that he's hunting that net right now, and they're smelling a little blood in the water around the ice.
Narek Alexanian, 6'0", 185 pounds, 23 years old out of Sherbrooke, Quebec. 25 points in 33 games this year.
Yeah.
Got a sharp eye for talent, Mike. As Don Carter Jr. wears number 23, he's been a good amount of places this year. Twin City with the Thunderbirds, has played in Germany a little bit. He'll have to defend here as Joel Texmo powers into the offensive zone, and the puck kicked away by the pad of the 6'6" goaltender for Baton Rouge, Ed Coffey. On the other side of the ice, Tyler Roy gets a cover of the puck. The linesman does not give him an immediate whistle, so he'll play it. Columbus has won 8 games in a row. They play Baton Rouge tonight and tomorrow, then we'll travel to Athens to take on the Rock Lobsters Wednesday morning.
Bring your earplugs.
There's a check from Joel Texmo. The referee detects that. Columbus will go off for a second time when the River Dragons touch up, but the play blown dead while Bailey Morissette had the puck. Could have sworn that was on Joel Texmo. Unless my eyes deceived me.
I thought it was the other way. Yeah, there he is.
This will indeed be on Joel Texmo.
Yeah.
Always trust your gut.
Well, you try to hide in the bench, and hopefully they forget your number, and then things are all messed up.
Yep.
And then that's finally when a referee says, I don't care who's in.
Yeah, then he takes one of your teammates.
One of you red is going in the box. Pick a guy.
Goodness. And now Jake Cox thought he had a word for Alex Storjohn. No, he was just skating aggressively to the offensive zone. I think after I saw what I saw when PD came to town, I think everything's going to be a brouhaha, kerfuffle.
Well, we're getting that time of year now where, games mean a lot to certain teams.
They do, and Baton Rouge right now fighting for their playoff lives. They might be close to mathematically eliminated, but
you're never mathematically eliminated until you're mathematically eliminated. I've always said that. You never know.
And they are not, but they have a very large hill to climb. They are 13 points out of a playoff spot entering play tonight, but they have 2 teams to pass, that being Twin City and PD.
Yeah.
The penalty is 2 minutes for a check from behind to Joel Texmo, a minor. So Cox, right side. Roy able to make the save and get the freeze. Now we'll take a look at the statistics for each team on the power play. The percentages for each team are as follows. The Zydeco 13% on the power play, 83% for the River Dragons on the penalty kill. Of course, Columbus 1 for 1 tonight on the penalty kill. Both goals for Baton Rouge coming at even strength. All 4 goals tonight at even strength.
Cotola just ripped a bomb.
Cotola has a heavy shot from the blue line. Cotola now back beneath the goal line. Tyler Larwood, number 96. He has one of the 2 Zydeco goals here in this first period. Cox mid-slot hits the crossbar.
Man.
Oof. Dmitry Kuznetsov, he'll drift to the top, slide to the right, let it fly. It's blocked in front by a combination of Samaro and Cotola, and Tyler Roy will take matters into his own hands and get the cover despite not having a stick mark.
Zydeco with their record, as a guy has not seen him play before, you could surely fool me. I mean, the way the game started, it looked like a team that was way out of it, but right now, these guys are out there playing like Gretzky. I mean, they got some moves.
All it takes is some confidence, right?
Yeah.
And the Zydeco, despite having a difficult year, when you end an 18-game winning streak of one of the top teams in the league in their barn, that's bound to give you
it's a pick-me-up. It's what do they call it? The moral victory or something to that effect. But anyways, there's a feeling you get. It's, hey, we just beat the best guys in the league. Why can't we be that way every game?
Why not us mentality? And Bailey Morissette, number 9, who has the puck right now, a big reason why the Zydeco have been playing some better hockey. Kim Miettinen into the net. That took a deflection from Curtis Hansen, who was right in front, and did slip underneath the arm of Roy, but wide of the net. A minute 15 gone by on the floor and the core penalty kill. In the box is Joel Texmo. 2 minutes for a check from behind. So Narek Alexanian, 33 points this year. His pass goes right by everybody and on to the paddle of Ed Coffey.
It's a big kill with this much time left in the period. You do not want to give up the go-ahead goal with this little time left.
This is a huge kill. To echo your sentiments, Mike, as Alexanian in a tight area. Morissette picks the puck up. He'll bank it off of the flank. Alexanian gets it back. Pressed up to the near corner boards as a member of the Zydeco. Now, Joel Texmo has come out of the penalty box. Miettinen, a slap shot. Whistles wide of Roy. Too much velocity on the puck for the River Dragons to turn that into a 3-on-2 out of the box, so Keller made sure to maneuver it into the offensive zone immediately. Hunter on the re-entry. 35 seconds to go in the period. Jemayev tries to zip it over to the front for Galvin. Jemayev still has the puck. Forward out of Creston, British Columbia. Doherty left point. The puck is onside. Galvin has a man in a vacated space. That was Colton, who throws a shoulder. Ryan Hunter follows up with one of his own. Hunter, right side, across the ice, picked off. Breakaway, Dmitry Kuznetsov. Roy makes the save!
None bigger than that one, folks. You can write that one down.
The first period has come to a close. We are tied 2-2.
That was a 2-on-0 breakaway. I mean, he literally could have dropped it.
Could have been a 3-on-0.
Yeah. I mean, and what a save by Roy. I mean, you want to talk about really keeping your team in the game. You go up 2-0 on a team, and they come back and score 3 straight, and it's the end of the period. Boy, you got a lot of, there's a lot of feeling going on in that room, a lot of hurt feelings, so to speak. But that right there is a pick-me-up. You kill a penalty and you make a big stop like that, and you can say, guys, whatever we have been doing for the last 6 minutes, we ain't doing that no more. And you saw a little bit as it kind of turned with a little more physical play, a little more hitting.
Yep.
And the game is more or less going to turn back over. You start putting some physical presence inside of their zone.
Absolutely. And, I'll mention this before we cut to a quick break, and then we'll recap the first period when we come back. But I want to touch on the shift real quick. Right after the Zydeco tied the game at 2, we were hitting, forechecking well. Ryan Hunter involved in the near side corner there. Just seemed like a very energetic shift from the River Dragons after getting knocked down just a little bit. But with that, let's send it to a commercial break. After 20 minutes, the score is 2-2. When we return, Liam G and Mike Vee will recap the game up to this point.
Hey, play for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
It feels like just yesterday our healing mission began. Inspired by visionaries, answering a higher calling. For 75 years, we've cared for this community, body, mind, and spirit. From checkups to life-saving heart surgery, from welcoming new life to supporting mental health and healing. For 3 generations, we've stood by your side, and our story is just beginning. Inspired by purpose, we are shaping the heart of healthcare.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now, whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Welcome back inside of the broadcast booth. Liam Gotimer here with you. Alongside me is Mike Vee. After 20 minutes of play, the River Dragons and the Zydeco tied 2-2. And Mike, the period did not begin as it ended.
No, it's one of those. I mean, it's a weird game. It started off weird. All right, anybody that's ever remembered a power play to start a game, I can never remember it. And it's the first time I've ever seen it with a delay a game or timely leaving the ice.
Yep.
But the power play was non-existent, and it actually the River Dragons ended up getting a couple of shots on goal during that.
They did.
And then they took over with a couple of straight goals. And then for some reason, the worm turned, and before you know it, there's been some odd man breaks and some breakaways. We saw at the end of the period a fantastic stop. You just saw with Roy making that stop. But
certainly,
momentum swings is huge, and coming out in the second period, I expect that the River Dragons are probably going to, I think Jerome Bichad's going to light the match, so to speak, and get the boys moving.
We'll see if head coach Bichard lights the match indeed. Let's talk about the first period in a little bit more specifics. The first goal comes at 9:02 and off of the stick of Tyler Barrow. Barrow entered tonight's game 2 straight games with a hat trick, right up there among the league leaders in points in the Federal Prospects Hockey League, and this was a snipe from the right circle.
I mean, you know, he's a guy that's on fire. You know, when they shoot, you shoot, you shoot. You know what I mean? And he's a guy that's putting the puck on the net and it's finding its way in. It's just it's an incredible feat to have back-to-back hat tricks. Certainly it would be nice to see another one tonight and do a trifecta.
Absolutely. The goal was assisted by Cody Wickline. Alex Storjahan also out there on that shift, but he does not get a point on Barrow's goal. Then at 11:52, 2 minutes and 50 seconds later, it would be Kyle Moore, number 15, assisted by the returning Joetten Blacksmith and Alexander Jemayev. And how about this move from Kyle Moore? He broke in all alone on Ed Coffey. He had Coffey sliding all the way to his right, and the puck zipped by his left.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just good solid play in that first part of the period for the River Dragons. Now, as my report card used to go, that little comment section at the end, here comes the issues.
Yep.
And I think there was some type of whatever you want to call it, like overconfidence, or perhaps maybe stop skating a little bit, maybe off what you normally were doing, and taking advantage of that. Baton Rouge was able to come up there and start putting goals in the net.
And you could say what you want about perhaps the way the game had, or the way the period had progressed rather, but really the first goal of the game for Baton Rouge comes at 13:29. It was a bang-bang play that was really something that came out of nothing.
Yeah, and you know, again, that got them going. And once they got going, they didn't stop. And as we saw, you know, as the period progressed, they end up getting another one in. But if you're a person that enjoys watching highlights on Goals Top 10 ESPN, that could possibly be a nominee if ESPN cameras were down here.
It was nice. Tyler Larwood scored at 15:09, the tally that Mike was talking about. Number 96 found the back of the net, and it was a beauty. He stepped right around the defense and then went upstairs on Tyler Roy. And speaking of Tyler Roy, well, the goaltenders. He made 8 saves on 10 shots in that first period. None bigger, though, Mike, than that last one on Dmitry Kuznetsov at the end of the period.
He made a couple of stops that you can put the check mark on and like great saves, but then none better. And the reason is you stop a man with a breakaway right after a power play with time winding down in the period when they've got the momentum. That's one of those things, again, that you can check off and say, okay, guys, all right, we survived that little burp. Now we're home. Let's go out there and play River Dragons hockey. Let's take it to them like we did in the first part of the period.
So heading into the second period, Mike, what is your number one adjustment that you would like to see from the River Dragons to take control of this game?
Well, I mean, they are a team that's a go, go, go team. They move the puck well. They're really good behind the net. They're able to make passes. They set up guys out in front of the net and either get the pass, the shot, the deflection, or rebound. They got a little bit away from that. They kind of spread themselves out a little bit. Point men were kind of coming in, a little bit cutting in, maybe looking for passes, and they weren't there. Some good defensive plays now by Baton Rouge. It's not just River Dragons making mistakes. I think Baton Rouge picked it up defensively, got some sticks on the puck, forecheck, they hit a little bit, and it kind of took things off kilt. Get right back to what you did in the beginning of the game. Start hitting them, start moving the puck, and go, go, go hockey. That's River Dragon hockey, and that's what I expect to see in the second.
You heard it from Mike Vee. We'll see what the second period holds. With that, let's send it to a commercial timeout. Then when we come back, I'm going to take you all on a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League. It's the out-of-town scoreboard and combined standings around the Federal Prospects Hockey League entering play tonight. We'll be right back.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now, whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
7 minutes and 10 seconds on the intermission clock before the puck drops on the second period. The River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco have 2 goals apiece. With that, let's now take a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League. It's now time for the Out-of-Town Scoreboard, which, as always, is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin'. We'll kick off our drive in Port Huron. The Prowlers taking on the Binghamton Black Bears. Binghamton on the road. They trail 2-0 in the second period to Port Huron. That'll be a big win for the Prowlers if they're able to hold on throughout regulation and earn the regulation victory. Elsewhere, the Twin City Thunderbirds and the PD Ice Cats, that game being played in Florence. The Ice Cats have a 3-1 lead in the second period. The Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Watertown Wolves, that game being played in Wytheville, Virginia at the Hitachi Energy Arena. 6 combined goals, 5 of them to Blue Ridge. They're running away with that one quickly. The Indiana Sentinels taking on the Danbury Hat-Tricks, that game being played in Danbury. The Hat-Tricks have a 1-0 lead over the Sentinels. The Topeka Scarecrows and the Biloxi Breakers, the score is 1-1. There's your update. That game in the first period. How about a live update right there? Biloxi just scoring the game officially at a 1-1 stalemate. That game still in the opening frame. And one final game outside of the River Dragons and the Zydeco to tell you all about around the FPHL. That's a big one. The 2 teams who are in front of the River Dragons in the Continental Division standings, it's the Athens Rock Lobsters, who have 79 points to Columbus's 69, while Monroe has 81 points. And for me, just hope that game ends in regulation. Or maybe I can call the league and see if they can both lose. But I called about Florence, about PD and Twin City earlier this season. They said no, so.
No dice.
With that, there is your Out-of-Town Scoreboard, which, as always, is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin'. Thank you all for taking a drive with me around the league. A perfect segue into the standings around the league, and here they are entering play this evening. The Continental is led by Monroe. They have 81 points. Athens has 79. With a regulation win, the Rock Lobsters can take over first place in the Continental, playing on the road in Louisiana this evening. The River Dragons taking on another team from Louisiana, but in their house, the River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Columbus with 69 points. They have quite a lead over the 4 teams trailing them, that being Twin City, PD, Baton Rouge, and Biloxi in that order. On to the Empire. Well, the Binghamton Black Bears, despite trailing 2-0 in the first period of tonight's game, they have 95 points, and they are at the top of the heap in the Empire. They are running away with it. I was able to call the division with the Black Bears as the winner 2 months ago, and the same reigns true this evening. Port Huron in second, Topeka in third with 59 points. The Blue Ridge Bobcats, who have a sizable advantage over Watertown in the first period already tonight, they have 54 points on the board, trailed in this order by Danbury, Watertown, and the last place team and second to last place team in the league, the Indiana Sentinels. Let's now send it to Hits of the Week. When we come back, it'll be Liam G and Mike Vee to bring you the coverage of the second period from the Dragon's Lair. And now Samaro and Patrick Marcinkiewicz multiple overhands from Samaro. And they end up on one another. Doherty, skate to stick. He'll shove number 4, Dominic Della Savita, right down onto the seat of his pants. How about another hit from Doherty? It's been all season. And now we've got a fight. Apollon, one shot to the side of Scaldy's head. And now Trevor Babin wants a piece of Divine Apollon. Scaldy has broke out into another fight behind the play. Babin with his helmet off, and he jumps into the crease. My goodness! It's a melee here at the Civic Center. Matthew Horn now in a fight against Jordan Popoff. This is straight up insane. Popoff and the first-year pro Matthew Horn.
Hey, grab me one too.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. And whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
"20 minutes on the clock, both teams on the sheet, and there he is, your franchise legend and head coach, Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. He is the jersey off of the back tonight, which is why he wears one of the River Dragons' red uniforms behind the bench.
I gotcha. Somebody's lucky on that one.
Tonight being Friday, we wear red, remembering everyone deployed. Just wanted to make sure I showed you Coach Boom and his dress up before we begin the second period.
And number 16.
And number 16.
Nobody will ever wear that uniform in here.
Right there, right to our left. But with that said, 20 minutes on the clock, both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco for the second of 3 periods of regulation hockey. Tonight, the score 2-2. Into the center ice face-off circle is Curtis Hansen, number 15, and Alexander Jemayev. The puck has been dropped. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the second period. Baton Rouge skates from left to right while the River Dragons attack from right to left. The first shot of the period goes to the Zydeco. A denial by Tyler Roy, who remains in the crease, as does Ed Coffey. The unit that begins the second period for Columbus, that's Joetten Blacksmith. He has the puck. Alexander Jemayev and Kyle Moore, who are in front of the net. On defense, Lucas Texmo, who dishes it off for Blacksmith. Blacksmith will try to do it all himself, but the puck taken by the Zydeco and Garrett Johnson, number 5, and flipped out to the neutral zone.
Waved it off. He touched it. What's up?
Thought the high
that
stick
should have been waved off. That should have been waved off. He high-sticked it, but Baton Rouge player touched it, so that negates the high stick. Or at least it used to be that way. I know in this world right now that I've been around so long, so many spins that things change, but I still believe that's a rule.
The high stick call? No, you're right, Mike.
And they're not even going to give him the advantage on that. They're going to normally that would go to center ice if they admit that they would made the mistake.
I've learned there's some things maybe I just don't see as well as the officials do from up here. To be fair, it's a far away, you know, all the way up here at the top of section 210A. So the face-off will come to the side of Tyler Roy, but Mike, the puck does not lie. Face-off won by the River Dragons, right back into Columbus, or to Baton Rouge ice. We are exactly 60 seconds into the second stanza of hockey tonight. Nick Catola, number 7, he has firepower offensively from the back end for Baton Rouge. Storjahan searches for a trailer. That was Wickline, but Larwood, who had the highlight reel goal in the first period, will draw a penalty during his first shift of the second period. The Zydeco will go to their third power play. Scott Doherty, I believe, will head off. It will not be Doherty. Doherty confused about the call. It's Wickline who takes a seat. I didn't see it, Mike. What did you?
It's behind. I was following the puck with you, and I didn't see it behind the play. And I thought he was calling a penalty for the hit that on the breakup, which I was like, "What are you doing?" I mean, that
was a clean play. So we'll see what the penalty is exactly for. The Zydeco getting a workout, though, on the man advantage. One-timer Hansen, blocked. It's 2 minutes for a hook on Cody Wickline. 2-on-1 for the River Dragons, shorthanded. Here we go. Ryan Hunter with Ryan Galvin. Hunter drags, fires, blocked off the lower leg of Mietinen.
Yep.
That's a rocket of a shot from Ryan Hunter. I bet that one stung number 14 in white.
Take a while for that little toe to get the feeling back in it.
Any feeling at all, I should say, after Ryan Hunter lets it rip into your gear as Alexanian misses high over Roy. That was a howitzer that hit the back glass. So Hansen, net front. The puck into the midsection of Keller. He tried to immediately center. The puck went nowhere. Alexanian bodies off Hunter to prevent another odd man rush shorthanded for Columbus, and the puck punched right back into Columbus ice. Thornton will get a clear from outside of the red line. Doesn't matter because his team on the penalty kill.
53 left.
2 goals for Baton Rouge tonight. None of them on the man advantage. 4 goals in total this evening, all of them at even strength. So Scott Chirac, number 19, a saucer pass.
There you go.
Missed the stick of Kuznetsov. So now Horn will hop around Chirac. Lost the puck, though, to Kuznetsov, who was the last line of defense outside of the goaltender.
One nifty move too many.
Chirac with the center lane drive. There's a nifty move. He goes backdoor. Cox, while falling down, got a bid to the net. Meanwhile, Blacksmith for Barrow.
Look at the toe
Barrow
drag.
could not execute the toe drag around Catola. Now it's deflected right back into the River Dragons zone. Chirac against Underwood. Larwood already with a goal tonight. Left point, Catola. Loading up at the right side is Cox. Electing to shoot is Catola. Right into a pile of bodies. Underwood tries to kick it north, which he does. Now Barrow, a 2-on-0 with Wickline. Wickline, Barrow!
You gotta give it
You
to him.
bet! Tyler Barrow is 2/3 of the way through, 3.5 minutes into the second period to a hat trick of hat tricks. Unreal.
I will say this. If you're on a 2-on-0 breakaway and you got a guy who scored 2 hat tricks in a row and he's already got 1 in the game, if you got an open net, you pass it to him because he's that hot. What a great play to get it to him, and then Barrow just finishes it off with a wrister. And now the River Dragons are back on top.
That's a gargantuan goal for the River Dragons. After killing off that penalty, Baton Rouge, as you touched on during the intermission, had taken a little bit of the momentum. They tilted the ice in the latter half of the first period. Now, for the first time since going up 2-0, they have the advantage back.
You know, you look at certain turning points or certain kind of, points that stick out. The Roy save at the end of the period, the breakaway, and then you get the power play, the penalty kill, and then the odd man rush or the 2-on-0 rush, and you bury it. And if you're Baton Rouge right now, you're like, oh man, this stung. That's one that stings right there.
And I think that one did sting for Baton Rouge, because right now there's a conversation between the officials and head coach Charlie Pence Jr.
Is he trying to say it's offside? I mean, can't go to the camera.
Excuse me, not Charlie Pence Jr., that's Chad Bailey.
Now it's a conversation in the Columbus bench.
But if Chad Bailey elects to initiate a review, and the goal stands, that's a power play for the River Dragons, and more than likely a 2-goal deficit. Barrow gets the goal. He has 29 and 30 tonight.
Man.
Storjahan, mid-slot on the backhand. He'll sweep it for Wickline. Storjahan's got it back. Barrow for the hat trick. Did not have enough room to let it fly. They are literally attached to Tyler Barrow. Yes. Nobody's moving from him. It's like Ovechkin at the circle on the power play. Wickline, Barrow! No! Oh my goodness, Coffee!
That was a toe save.
Come on, man.
Holy mackerel. Coffee with the great stop.
Almost tossed my clipboard. Icing on the Zydeco. That's brought to you by our friends over at Air Force Heating, Air, and Plumbing.
Well, I mean, you can't ask for more than what the River Dragons have done now. Kill a penalty, then come out and get some scoring chances. And I mean, the man is a human. He's not a robot, although his scoring lately is kind of like that. But give it to the River Dragons. They're taking it to Baton Rouge right now. And Coffee, give it to him. That was an incredible stop. Got the toe on it and stopped it from going in.
So unless C.J. Stubbs for the Binghamton Black Bears has scored against Port Huron, Tyler Barrow, with his 2 goals tonight, has now tied the league lead, 4 goals with 30.
Nice.
Scott Doherty's attempted exit closed off by the Zydeco, so Bailey Morissette will survey and cough it up. Blacksmith, right side. Doherty with a ton of space. He goes to the goal line for Moore, who immediately goes right back to the far side of the ice. Now Curtis Hansen, number 15, threw a stick of Jemaev. Jemaev on the hunt against Kuznetsov. And you know, Mike, just one more note on Tyler Barrow. He was the player of the month in the FPHL for January.
Yes.
I wonder how many times the league has seen a player be the player of the month for 2 straight months, as Blacksmith looks to create an offensive opportunity, but Miettinen will close that off.
You keep getting hat tricks, you'll be the player of the year.
Tyler Barrow, MVP.
Yeah.
What say you?
I mean, who can deny him? From what I understand right now, he's actually tied the league in scoring with that goal.
Tyler Barrow was second in the FPHL in scoring behind C.J. Stubbs, who had 75 entering play today. So still a little bit to go for Tyler Barrow to overtake the point lead. But the goal lead, he's now tied.
Yeah.
Hunter will spin on the backhand. He's got the puck back. Ryan Hunter and his return from the South Carolina Stingrays nearly found Twine from way downtown. That was like a Steph Curry type shot. Galvin in the corner, he takes a bump. Engaging in the physicality is Texmo. Outstanding individual effort from Hunter, but the puck rolled off the edge of his tape and missed the cage of coffee.
Going for the change is Baton Rouge. Well, one guy, I thought they were going all.
Partial line change for Baton Rouge. Don Carter Jr., number 23, attempts a one-handed swipe, but he completely misses the puck. The goal for the River Dragons that made this a 3-2 score comes at 3:30 and at even strength. Tyler Barrow, his second of the night and his 30th of the campaign, assisted by Cody Wickline and Josh Colton, number 5. So Cody Wickline, 2 assists this evening. Joetten Blacksmith, in his return to the lineup, has a primary assist. Alexander Jemayev has a helper, and Josh Colton on the board too. We will be right back to the Columbus Civic Center. It's 3-2. Tyler Barrow has 2 out of the 3 River Dragon goals tonight.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
All right, the River Dragons ahead 3-2 over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. 2 goals for Tyler Barrow. The other one to Kyle Moore. Tyler Roy, fantastic in between the pipes. And for the first time ever on the River Dragons broadcast network, Liam G and Mike Vee here to bring you all of the action. The faceoff comes to the stick side of Tyler Roy, but he will not use his stick to get a freeze in that moment. He'll use his glove.
Give the guys another opportunity to make a quick change. Get your guys that are a little fresher on the legs in there. Media timeouts on icing. We talked about that earlier. It's something that normally doesn't happen in other leagues, but this league they let it go.
Very unusual. I was very perplexed my first game in Florence, and still confuses me from time to time, but different's not always a bad thing.
Different strokes for different folks.
Right on. Quick note on Tyler Roy. He has 15 wins this season. 15-6-1, 3.85 goals against average, 8.87 save percentage. As I touched on at the top, he's won 5 straight starts in the net. In his last game, he made 26 saves on 28 shots against Biloxi.
It's offside.
The River Dragons offside. As in ahead of the play was Lucas Texmo, the rookie blue liner.
The type of thing with goaltenders is they get in that groove. You know, once they're in that groove, and it's tough. It's a tough decision for a coach to make, to say, "Geez, this guy's hot as a firecracker. I don't want to put him on ice for a game." You know what I mean? So
yep.
you kind of go on that. If you win, you're in, and you keep going, and hopefully you don't.
And really, from head coach Bichard this season, as what a bounce that took off of the stanchion. That was nearly an empty net for Tyler Barrow. Can you imagine if that's the way you score your hat-trick goal? As meanwhile, Chirac, he'll fly down the right wing. That's a high riser past the stick of Lucas Texmo and over the shoulder of Roy. Meanwhile, Barrow.
Oh, he's going to hold on him.
Shoved right off. That's going to be a penalty on Baton Rouge. Roy goes to the bench, extra attacker on. A nifty deflection in front from Barrow. Goes off of the side of the net. And with 12:22 left to play in the second period.
You know how you stop a guy who's on fire? You wrap him up, and whether or not you want to say it or not, it's a penalty. It's one of those penalties the coach kind of looks at you and goes, yeah, I understand.
Yep.
Take that penalty. You don't want to let him go in unimpeded. And he had the move on him. That's the thing. And the only thing to do is to wrap him up.
Chad Bailey probably wasn't too happy about the penalty until he saw
who it
was for the River Dragons that was on the prowl after a third goal. It's okay, coach. It was Tyler Barrow. 25% the River Dragons operating on the power play, while on the penalty kill, Baton Rouge has stayed over 80%. They're solid on the kill. 3-on-2 shorthanded to kick us off. They will elect to toss it into the gear of Tyler Roy. Let's go Dragons comes from the crowd. Ryan Hunter on the ice alongside Tyler Barrow, who fires it in. Alex Storjahan, Cody Wickline, and Kirk Underwood completes the 5-man unit. And the 6th player, that's the goaltender, who dishes it off for the captain. Left wing side, Ryan Hunter has a step. He looks for the trailer, and Storjahan, who misses the net. Miettinen on the attempted clear. Goes up the boards, but only as far as Underwood, who will play catch with Storjahan. Let it rip in front. Oh, Barrow for the hat trick. He sent it right through the crease. Hunter, Storjahan hits the post. Whew. Hunter again. Wickline, left wing corner, Barrow. He's the guy to circle. Underwood on the forehand. There's a save made by Coffey, but a juicy rebound to boot. Barrow 2 goals tonight. Right side, Ryan Hunter. Goal line, Wickline. Chopped at by Storjahan. Did not get to the net. Storjahan with 2 players attached to him. Underwood moves it quickly to the top of the right circle for Hunter. Zipped to the left dot, it's Barrow. Barrow on the backhand turns his back to Johnson. One-timer from the right. That off of the stick of Hunter. Completely misses the net. Barrow. Hunter! Fanned on the shot, but the extra poke check keeps possession. Turning and shooting is Storjahan in front. They battle for it. Barrow, Storjahan. Coffey answers the bell. It's loose at the goal line, but not in. Wow. Man, the River Dragons tossed everything at Ed Coffey, but
Coffey's standing up strong in net now. He's keeping them in it.
I tried to make a coffee pun, but I'm not a drinker of coffee, so I didn't have one. But we'll see if I can cook something up throughout the rest of the game. The 2 teams return to even strength as we're past the midway mark of the hockey game. 3 goals for the River Dragons, 2 for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. How about Joetten Blacksmith trying to knife his way through? But he was stopped right down by Curtis Hansen. Matcham inadvertently kicks it back to Ilnor Madiarov. Here's a centering feed. They have tied the game.
Yep.
Blake Keller is second of the contest. It's 3-3.
Well, Keller posted right up in the slot in perfect position. Puck right out on a clean pass. Nobody really in front of him to even try to make a block. Had a little time and able to beat Roy with a wrister. And now it's tie game, 3-3. This team does not want to go away. It's Friday the 13th. What other character do you remember just won't die?
They just will not go away. I know I said at the beginning of the broadcast that the pest of the game was Heath Ford. And by the way, I have not seen him tonight, so perhaps he's not playing. So the impromptu pest of the game is the entire Zydeco team. They are just pests. They will not go away. The score is 3-3.
Somebody call Cooks.
Somebody call Cooks. For sure, do call Cooks for your pest control needs. Somebody who doesn't like pests, me, like seriously in real life. Like, I see a cockroach in my bedroom, like, it's wraps. I'm sleeping outside.
Oh, I'm with you on that.
So here is Ryan Galvin, the forward out of Atlanta, Georgia, but he's swarmed by Zydeco.
Easy on
Galvin,
that
though,
call.
comes back to the red line as the center and makes the defensive play. He'll pick up the puck right next to his own bench and fire it in around the boards. Coffey out of his net. Katola moves it to the left side flank, inside of the defensive zone, but how about that active stick from Matthew Horn? He nearly set up a scoring chance. But in transition, Cox, that's a stick save made by Roy. Behind the net it goes. Colton tries to whack it out. He gets support in his defensive partner in Doherty. And now skating up to the center ice red line will be Texmo, leaving the puck behind his Horn. So if Texmo had touched that puck, it would have been offside. It still is a delayed offside, so having to vacate the offensive zone and immediately get a line change is Joel Texmo, replaced by a new group of troops for Columbus. Morissette on the hunt after the puck behind the Columbus net. Samaro on the backhand. His pass comes to center ice. In a board battle in the neutral zone, it's Matcham against Barrow, which is won by Matcham, who has the size advantage on number 8. Here's a takeaway from Kuznetsov behind the net. His centering pass goes up over the glass and into the lower bowl. 7:47 to go here in the second period. We will be right back.
We've got a dragon down on the ice.
A warm welcome back to Columbus River Dragons hockey. Liam Gotimer and Mike Vee here with you inside of the broadcast booth. The score is 3-3. The River Dragons receiving goals from Tyler Barrow, 2 of them. He's now on hat-trick watch, in case you missed it. Tyler Barrow with hat-tricks in each of his last 2 games, so he can make it 3 straight games with a hat-trick if he's able to score another goal. Most recently, though, Blake Keller has scored his 2nd goal of the game. He's also on hat-trick watch for Baton Rouge. And that's where we stand right now.
And as we were talking in the break, it's Baton Rouge is just, they're slow, methodical, but they're getting the job done on the scoreboard.
It's like they wait for Columbus to make a mistake. That's what I was telling you during the timeout.
Great observation.
Barrow with Storjahan. Storjahan, he'll twist and whip it across the ice, but an active stick in the lane from the Zydeco and Ciolik, who will get a return pass, and Roy makes a 5-hole save.
That's why you need a good goaltender like Roy in there. It keeps you in. You talk about little mistakes. It's not exactly a mistake. It's just maybe a misplay. The puck hops over the stick, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 again, and you get a quality shot, but Roy able to shut the door.
Got to say, that started, though, with Ciolik in the neutral zone. He made the defensive play, then he joined the rush, and he was the recipient of the grade A look right at the end of the play. Just goes to show you that if you execute that commitment to defense, it'll show up on the other side of the ice for you.
Absolutely.
And the River Dragons have done such an excellent job of that during their 8-game winning streak, a catalyst of their success.
That's a little bit close to being interference.
A near interference call. What we play on. Jemaev for Hunter. An intercept from Don Carter Jr. A soft flip north for Miettinen. Ilnor Madiarov, he's been all over the place tonight. He's got the puck behind the net. He attempts what looked like a Michigan. Miettinen will pick it up off of the corner boards, cough it up to Samaro, and now perhaps a 3-on-2 for Columbus, but Moore will go off for a line change. It's a 2-on-2. Hunter fires on from the right side. That misses the stick side of Coffey. The shots on goal are 17-15 River Dragons. There's 6 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the second period. 2 goals aside in the first, 1 goal each here in the second. Blake Keller scored on a bang-bang play in the first. Here in the second period, he put himself in prime position to score and found the back of the net.
Oh, that's a high stick.
There's a high stick onto Lucas Texmo.
How do you not call that?
My goodness, I'm not. And the arm is up,
okay.
Albeit a late arm raise.
Like a delayed offside, I guess.
They might have heard us up here in the booth. As Joel Texmo, Lucas's brother. Joel for Barrow. Collected at center ice by Cox.
Don't do it. He almost did it. He almost
shot it.
Almost did it.
Into the empty River Dragons net. That would have caused something, huh?
Might as well wear red underpants and a bull ring because that just gets them charging.
So another chance for Tyler Barrow to get himself that hat trick. So with a goal, Tyler Barrow can earn himself a hat trick for a third straight game, and he can overtake the league lead in goal scoring.
I got a funny feeling what happened is that the referee did not see it, and I believe a linesman might have alerted him to it because Baton Rouge is coming up saying, hey, you didn't make the call, the linesman did, and the linesman can tell a referee, hey, the stick hit him in the face. And, I mean, it was so obvious from up here, I would imagine what it looked like down there.
All that matters, the River Dragons on the power play.
And guess who's out there on it?
Tyler Barrow is out there. Binghamton has scored 3 times, because of course they have, in the second period. Let's see if CJ Stubbs got on the board. I'll find that out while keeping you all updated on the power play. No goals for CJ Stubbs. So he and Tyler Barrow tied at 30. Hunter in his house at the right circle. He loves to park himself there and let it fly. Storjahan, Hunter, no doubt about it.
Now that's River Dragons passing right there. That's perfect. Poster man on the outside. It's just a sweeping goal. Just put it in the empty net, and you're back up.
24th goal of the season for Ryan Hunter. His 11th on the power play. Welcome back, 88.
Nice job. Nice looking power play. Kept it in the zone. Moved the puck well. Got some quality shot. And the best one that went in.
And the River Dragons scored the power play goal after the excellent work in the offensive zone. Something that they had on their previous power play. They just didn't get rewarded with a goal. Now they do. They've got the lead back. Here's Blacksmith on the backhand, saved by Coffey. Columbus looking for 2 in short order. They've got another power play coming their way as Blacksmith was hauled down.
Holden. I think they're going to get him for the hold. Either way, it's 2 minutes.
And it's not going to be on Baton Rouge. It's going to be on Kyle Moore.
Shut the front door. Wow.
Optical shop.
Wow.
Over in Phoenix City, we love you. Just saying, we love the optical shop. Where'd you get those glasses, Mike?
Ooh. The optical shop.
Just shouting them out for no particular reason. They're just awesome people. Let's recap the goal, shall we? It comes on the power play at 14:46. Ryan Hunter is 24th and his 11th power play goal, assisted by Alex Storjahan and Cody Wickline. Now, shorthanded, it's Jemayev with Galvin. And Jemayev shot. Blocked by the lower body of a few members of the Zydeco. But there it is, Mike, once again. The River Dragons, while shorthanded, they are creating scoring chances by applying pressure on the Zydeco, and it starts through the neutral zone.
Yeah, and
Larwood, his entry stopped right down, so Miettinen will have to backtrack at center. Cox gains the blue line. Larwood with a step. That may have glanced off of the sweater of Roy. That was a hot shot.
Smart play.
Jemayev intentionally plays it back to his own defensive zone for Colton, who will kill off as much time as possible and get air underneath it, surrendering possession to Kim Miettinen, who's inside of his own end. Larwood takes a peek. He'll pull up far corner against Hunter and Doherty. Hansen, Larwood through his legs. Activating from the line, it's Keller. Keller parks himself in front. He's got 2 goals tonight. There's a deflection from Ryan Hunter, getting his stick up in the air and whacking it out to the center ice logo.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go on the minor penalty to Kyle Moore. Left wing corner, Miettinen. Right flank, Hansen. The return feed for Hansen. He has trouble maintaining his balance. Matthew Horn was all over him. Keller will shoot anyway. Blocked in front before getting to Roy. and cleared down the length of the ice by Horn. There's a turnover from Coffey.
Oh boy, take it
Hunter
right back.
stood his ground at the left point. Meanwhile, in transition, Morissette dips the shoulder behind the net. Centers Alexanian, and Roy got into position. He makes a follow-up save. The puck's still in the crease. It pinballs around, and Tyler Roy stands his ground.
And a little help from his friends. Oh my goodness, that puck was just laying in the blue for probably 5 seconds, and Roy was finally able to corral it with a little help from his guys to cover up. And I see number 7 is Catola for Baton Rouge. He was licking his chops trying to get to that puck and just tied up, and it was a good defensive play by Columbus.
He's been active tonight for sure. 2:46 to go here in the second period. The Dragons have a 4-3 lead in a game that's been a seesaw battle for sure.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
They're serious about trying to catch up. Can they?
We're now back live. Well, we've always been live, but we're here at the Civic Center. We did not stop streaming. Hope you all are enjoying on YouTube Live and Sporfy. We are back here at the Civic Center. If you're just joining us, the River Dragons, they've won 8 straight games. They can make it 9. I'm trying to come up with a rhyme for the end of the game. How about make it fine with 9? Yeah. See what I can come up with. But still a long ways to go. They have a 1-goal lead. Barrow tries to thread the needle. Going to the cage was Wickline. He'll now scamper over to the far corner. Double teamed is Barrow. That's a good plan if you're the opposition. Double team the guy 2 straight games with a hat trick and is 1 goal away from a 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
Alexanian one-hands the puck, but not by Samaro, who made sure to glue himself to the far flank right next to the River Dragon bench with exactly 2:10 left to play. Samaro keeps it moving at the red line, rolled in by Wickline. Not a lot of velocity behind that, but now he'll allow Barrow to walk in alone.
Oh, Lord, he got a chance.
He hit the iron. Coffey may have gotten a piece too. Storjahan, as a River Dragon gets absolutely taken out at the Columbus blue line. The referee skates right by Kyle Moore, who is laid flat.
I don't think Moore's happy about that. Yeah,
Moore picks up a new stick. You can expect a heavy hit to come against Tyler Larwood here, but Larwood slid past him. Moore goes up the ice. Barrow tries to find him. Moore applies the pressure onto Matcham. Right there in support is Jemayev, but Kuznetsov will turn it the other direction.
Oh,
there's a heavy hit at center.
That's a penalty.
Jemayev will go off as Kuznetsov took a crash. What did you see there, Mike? I didn't see that at center ice.
I think he just got him with the elbow or on a high stick. They're calling him for a high stick.
Looks like they're going to call Jemayev for a high stick.
I mean, it was contact, obviously, but the stick a little high. I thought the elbow.
Yeah, but my thing is, I thought there was contact onto Kyle Moore too a few moments earlier.
Unfortunately, I did not see that hit. I did not see the hit on Moore. I saw the after effect. I didn't see the exact hit. I was following the puck up.
No blood drawn from Dmitry Kuznetsov, at least we think. So the high sticking penalty, just a minor and not a double minor. But this, Mike, another key moment in this game. I mentioned it before the most recent break. It's been a seesaw battle It's a one-goal game. The Zydeco have a lot of confidence. They've scored 3 times tonight, and now they're on the power play.
Yep. And again, they just, with 1 minute and 4 seconds left, you got to kill this. You can't let them get back at this game being tied with this much time in the period. Momentum carrier into the intermission. On the other hand, you kill it, you usurp the momentum.
The River Dragons so far tonight are 4 for 4 on the floor in the core penalty kill. Going skate to stick off of the face-off win is Don Carter Jr. He wears number 23 and whistles a wrist shot wide. A backhanded feed to the crease is cleaned up by the River Dragons, and all the way out it goes. Once again, Columbus on the floor in the core penalty kill for the 5th time tonight. Out there shorthanded for Columbus. It's Ryan Galvin, number 28. He's got the puck and successfully clears it out of the zone and out to center. Alongside Galvin is the captain, Kirk Underwood. He now backtracks into defensive positioning. Ryan Hunter out there and Lucas Texmo, Kirk Underwood's longtime defensive partner this season. They have not played a game in which they have not been paired up, where Kirk has played on defense, of course. Ryan Hunter shorthanded. Lost the handle. 3 seconds to go in the frame. Galvin for a buzzer beater! Oh. Coffee shuts it down. That would have been the buzzer beater of all buzzer beaters right there.
That would have been huge, as they say, but not to be. Boy, the River Dragons have, I'm going to go 5 chances that just should have been goals, and Coffee has come up and made some big stops to keep him in it. I think his best friend, the left side pipe, also has made a couple of stops for him. So, pucks are going to go in the net. You keep shooting, you keep doing. You shoot the puck, good things happen. The way the River Dragons are playing on the penalty kill is amazing to me as well. And this is the weirdest game ever. They start the game on the penalty kill, put shots on goal. They end the period on the penalty kill, put shots on goal. And then the other thing is you got the period to start, the third period, and you got to kill the rest of this penalty.
Somebody call our friends over at Take 5, because the River Dragons are 5 for 5 on the penalty kill. Let's send it to a commercial break. Then when we come back, Liam G and Mike V will break down the hockey game up to this point on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Hey, playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light
I didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cooks Pest Control.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks.
You forgot popcorn.
Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better, 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom?
Coach, can families run that play too?
Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go, Dragons.
Back here inside of the broadcast booth, Liam Gotimer and Mike Vee here with you after 40 minutes of play. Columbus has a 4-3 lead over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. And Mike, in that second period, the River Dragons scored twice to the one time Baton Rouge was able to find the back of the net. And it all started at 3:30 with Tyler Barrow, his second of the night.
Yeah, I mean, Barrow, talk about chances and talk about trying to get that hat trick. He's got 2 hat tricks coming into this in a row.
Yep.
He's got 2 goals. It's Friday the 13th. There's a 3 in the number. He needs 1 goal. I'm trying to put all the numbers together to try to make it that way. But in seriousness, he has had some chances to put the puck in the net for that hat trick. And you got to credit Coffey. He's come up with some good stops and some good defensive plays by Baton Rouge to kind of shut him down, including a holding penalty.
You know, in talking about Ed Coffey, there were a few times in that second period where Coffey put the lid on that one. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Coffey put the lid on that one.
I like that.
I was thinking of that. You know.
We were looking for a Coffey one, and you picked it up.
Ah, there you go.
He gets the goal.
Let's talk about the goal. It comes at 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the second period, and this was just pristine passing. And Tyler Barrow, by the time the puck was on his stick, he had a wide open net to put it into. A credit to Josh Colton and Cody Wickline, who assisted on the goals.
Again, great passing, crisp, sharp passing, setting it up, tic-tac-toe kind of hockey, looking for the open man and able to put it into the open net.
Then Baton Rouge, they raced right back, and you mentioned in the moment, they just will not die. Blake Keller is second of the night.
It's not like it's go hockey. It's just very slow-moving hockey in the zone. They're methodical on holding the puck. At times, they make some great moves. And they have 3 or 4 players in that team that have some pretty good stick handling skills and can shoot the puck. So very dangerous team coming in into this third period to start things off. And they're on that power play. Let's see if the River Dragons continue the PK.
You know, you talk about the special teams, right? The River Dragons and the Zydeco in that moment tied 3-3. Columbus went to the power play at the end of the period, and it was Ryan Hunter, number 88, in his return from the South Carolina Stingrays. Again, like I mentioned on the Tyler Barrow goal, the passing right there was beautiful. And again, tape to tape all the way through. Ryan Hunter on his goal, a one-timer into a yawning cage.
Yep, and that's the type of, you know, when you're on the power play, you always look for the guy that has the best shot. And at that point, with the passing, good eyes, be able to get the pass to him. And like you said, just able to just snap it right into that net. And that took the lead for Columbus, and that's where they are right now.
It's a 2-goal night so far for Tyler Barrow. Ryan Hunter's back on the board with a power play goal. Cody Wickline has 3 assists. Alex Storjahan has 3 assists. And, you know, we talk so much about the goal scorers, right? Because that's what gets the glory. But the line of Storjahan, Wickline, and Barrow continues to produce. Barrow's getting the goals, but Wickline and Storjahan, consecutive games in a row here with multiple assists. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously you need other players to get you the puck. And right now, the River Dragons spreading the love as far as passing the puck around. And they're able to pick up, listen, an assist is a point, and a point is at the end of the year. Some guys get a lot of goals and a few assists. Other guys get a lot of assists and a few goals. Either way, it all works out in the wash, and hopefully it brings you a cup at the end of the year.
Spreading the love, little Valentine's Day
tomorrow.
Message. Yeah, Valentine's Day. It's going to be great. My Valentine is always hockey. So,
hockey, well, yeah, I know. And you know what? Guess what happened? This year it happened again, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're certainly happy to have you, Mike. Talking about the goaltenders, Ed Coffey for the Zydeco. He has made 16 saves on 20 shots, surrendering 4 goals. He's been solid tonight, and Mike, you touched on this while we were off air. Could be a lot more for the River Dragons than just 4.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Coffey is if there was one thing, it's not criticizing, it's just sometimes that's the way it is. He gives up some juicy rebounds. And if you're posted in the right position, you got a guy in front of the net. When you take a shot from the point, he's going to kick it out. That's when you get that opportunity or second bite of the apple. And I think maybe in the third period you might look forward to Columbus posting a man up in the middle, because Jerome Bouchard, he knows, he's been around for a long time. He knows what's going on out there. So pretty much think of a big guy, maybe 71 or something, posting himself up in front, trying to get something going there.
Alexander Jemayev is a good man for that, for sure. On the other side, Tyler Roy has also made 16 saves, like his counterpart on the other end of the sheet in Ed Coffey, but he's been 1 shot better than number 35 for the Zydeco. With that, let's send it to a commercial timeout. Then when we come back, I will take you all on another drive around the FPHL for our out-of-town scoreboard and another look at the standings around the league. You're watching Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey, grab me one too.
A warm welcome back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. The score is 4-3 Columbus. We have 9 minutes and 35 seconds until the puck drops on the third. The River Dragons looking to secure their 9th straight win if the score holds over the Zydeco. With that, let's now take another drive around the FPHL. It's the out-of-town scoreboard. Thank you, as always, to Zelmo Zippin for taking us on our drive. Let's kick off our trip with a visit to Port Huron, the Prowlers and the Black Bears. The last time we took a look at that game, well, it was 2-0 Port Huron. It's now 3-3. The Black Bears have stormed back. No goals, though, for CJ Stubbs. So Stubbs and Barrow both tied at 30 goals right now, atop the lead in the league. The last time we took a look at the PD Ice Cats and the Twin City Thunderbirds, the Ice Cats had a 3-1 lead. The score has not changed. The time of the game, though, has changed. We are now in the third period. The Blue Ridge Bobcats, they have extended their advantage over Watertown. Well, their advantage was 5-1. Now it's 6-3. So I should say Watertown has cut the deficit from 4 down to 3. Indiana and Danbury, the score is 2-2 in the second period. The Sentinels looking to bounce back after a tough weekend in Binghamton against the Black Bears. It was even more difficult because they had some bus troubles, but they made their way over to Danbury, and they've got one competitive hockey game going on in the Barn of the Hat-Tricks. The Topeka Scarecrows and the Biloxi Breakers. Topeka on the road in Biloxi. It's 2-1. It's a tight game in the second period. Can the Breakers find a light at the end of the tunnel? It's been difficult for them. They are last in the FPHL with just 18 points entering play tonight. The sixth game is the big game, outside of the River Dragons and the Zydeco, of course. Monroe and Athens. The Moccasins have a 1-0 lead over the Athens Rock Lobsters. Why is that significant? Well, if the score holds and Monroe wins in regulation time and Columbus is able to do the same over Baton Rouge, the deficit slides from 10 points right down to 7, and Columbus's chances of catching Athens becomes a little bit more feasible. Thank you, as always, to our friends over at Zelmo Zippin for the out-of-town scoreboard. And let's take a look at those standings. I just talked about them. Here they are once more. You received 3 points for a win in regulation time. That's what the River Dragons are hoping for out of course, themselves and the aforementioned Monroe Moccasins. The Twin City Thunderbirds, they are in 4th. They have 43 points. That's one massive tilt going on in Florence right now. A matchup between the 4th and 5th place team in the Continental Division. Whoever is able to grab that 4th spot will be playoff bound. Whoever does not will stay outside of the top 4. PD in 5th right now, Baton Rouge in 6th, and Biloxi in 7th. The Empire, Binghamton, they've clinched a playoff spot. They'll clinch the Empire Division pretty soon here. The Port Huron Prowlers, they have 63 points entering play tonight. 32 points behind the Binghamton Black Bears. Quick math here, not just a broadcaster. Topeka is in 3rd, Blue Ridge is in 4th with 54 points. The Bobcats have been playing some excellent hockey. That lead for the Scarecrows could trim down to just a few points, but luckily for Topeka, they're leading over the FPHL's worst team statistically in the Biloxi Breakers tonight. Danbury trails Blue Ridge by 11 points, while behind the aforementioned hat-tricks, Watertown and the Indiana Sentinels. We'll step aside right here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. When we come back, please enjoy Saves of the Week. But now the Breakers. Shot from the outside, pad save by Roy. An emphatic kick save, I should say. River Dragons convert on the power play. PD in search of a response. Patrick Smarcinkevics. The Latvian forward. Trevor Lord behind the net. Babin comes to the outside of the crease and was able to keep the puck out. So Dominic Smarcinkevics. A stand-up save made by Babin. Dom Marcinkevics, corner to corner. Pat Marcinkevics. Timur Razulov. Razulov will walk it to the net. Blocked in front. Babin makes the save. Lucchese inside of the near circle. Now straight away Flanagan looking for a net front tip. He got one. The puck popped back for Lucchese, who sent the high riser off of the back glass. Horn shorthanded. Cannot get it past Trey Fisher. So down low, rink wide. Oh my goodness, Tyler Roy. Highway robbery from number 35.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco for the third of 3 regulation periods of hockey on the Chattahoochee River this evening. Through 40 minutes, Columbus has a 4-3 advantage. In this third period, they will skate from left to right, wearing their red uniforms where we remember everyone deployed. The Zydeco, they will maneuver the puck from the right over to the left. They wear their white uniforms. Columbus shorthanded for 56 seconds to begin the period. The puck has been dropped. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the third as Bailey Morissette will pierce the mesh.
I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a bid right off the bat on the power play. Still trying to kill this one.
Bailey Morissette playing in his 9th game with the Zydeco. 9 points. He's done a little bit of everything. 5 goals, 4 assists for Morissette. In the penalty box is Alexander Jemayev, who wears number 71. Winning the faceoff for Baton Rouge is Jemayev's opposite number, Narek Alexanian. But the puck back into neutral zone ice and subsequently the Zydeco end. This is Kim Miettinen. He wears number 14. He's a blue liner out of Finland. The zone entry broken right up by Storjahan. Morissette will weave his way in. Alexanian left side. He'll twirl right away from Storjahan. Mid-slot. He has his back turned to the River Dragons defending the house. Miettinen to the net. He received a deflection from Hansen. Wide of Tyler Roy's goal.
Oh, nice play.
Short-handed Alex Storjahan. Getting his stick in the way is Miettinen. Storjahan gains body position on him anyway. And then a shot to his back as the River Dragons return to full strength.
You know, Barrow made a nice defensive play there. Not only does he play good offense, he had a pretty good defensive play there to get that puck out of the zone.
Kyle Moore, number 15, gets to a loose puck. Shoved off by Don Carter Jr., who shadows him well. A check to the back from Keller on to Moore. The puck, though, in the far side corner. Jemayev's laid to the line. Escapes Doherty. Doherty will fight through anybody every way. Or everybody anyway, I should say. Said one word before I should say the other word. It happens.
Some odd bounces off this glass tonight.
The puck behind Ed Coffey, who wears number 35 in net for Baton Rouge. He has made 16 saves on 19 Dragon shots. Cox gains the line. There's a check thrown by Doherty. He's sent Larwood spinning. Now Blacksmith with a full head of steam. Blacksmith behind the net with the puck on his backhand, playing in his first game since January the 10th. He leaves the puck behind. Blacksmith, though, makes the recovery. He gloves it down to himself and shoots. Coffey answers the bell. How about Joetten Blacksmith there, Mike? He coughed up the puck, but then made the recovery and got himself a great
a bid, yeah.
Here's Jake Cox. The drag. Samaro played it away. Looked to the referee for a potential tripping penalty that does not come. Jemayev the toss. Horn first on the puck behind the Baton Rouge net. Walled off by Keller, who has 2 goals tonight. 2 minutes and 53 seconds into the third period. Here's a backdoor play, and Roy answers the bell.
Big time.
I believe that was Keller bidding for the hat trick. Make that 3 saves, perhaps 4 saves tonight for Tyler Roy in massive moments for his team.
Oh, yeah.
They're not just saves on good scoring chances. They are saves when his team needs him most. Tyler Barrow, who's consistently there when his team needs him most. Up to the top, going D to D is Thornton for Samaro, in and out of the mitt of Coffey, who goes swimming out of the crease.
Going for a line change.
A line change here for Columbus as the unit involving Ryan Hunter heads off. Galvin takes a seat on the bench too. So Mietin in the bank, off the end boards. This is number 6, Heath Ford. There he is. It's the first time I've said his name tonight. Like, seriously, did he just take a little bit of a rest for the first 2 periods? A slap pass from Morissette misses the stick of Alexanian. He tries to center to the front anyway, but Wickline immediately there to overtake. Storjahan with Barrow. Barrow pulls up to create some more time and space. Wickline, a shot from the right wing corner. That goes off the collarbone of Coffey. The puck takes a funny bounce for Alexanian. This might be a 3-on-3. This is. It's Kuznetsov to the net, and a stick save made by Roy. Here's a one-timer from Alexanian. Getting his glove in the way was Lucas Texmo. He's stung. Roy made a save.
Yeah, Texmo's off the ice quick.
Texmo immediately tossed his glove. He's getting his hand checked out. Storjahan getting involved with, is that the best of the game, Heath Ford? No, I believe that's Bailey Morissette. 9, not 6.
I'm wondering if Texmo got slashed and they didn't call it.
It seemed like to me that the shot may have just hit his hand, but.
I mean, he just dropped that glove and just headed off. I mean, hopefully he's okay.
Quick note on Lucas Texmo. He is just 20 years old out of Minnesota, Ontario. First year with the River Dragons. On defense, 13 points in 37 games. Tonight is his 37th game of the season. Lucas plays alongside his brother Joel. Joel forward, not out there on this shift. Jemayev steamrolls ahead.
Oh!
Big time denial from Coffey on the defenseman Colton, who pinched up. Cutting over to the right point is Moore, but he'll be forced to backtrack as we have more than 5 minutes elapsed here in the final frame of regulation time tonight. Chirac, the dish, right side in front, Larwood. If there was a stick down in front of the net, Mike, might be a tie game. Moore on the re-entry. Coffey plays the puck with his stick. Katola right there in support. And number 7, Nick Katola, will begin his approach. Crosses in over all 3 lines and scores!
No. That is one of those plays. He used the defenseman as a screen, and it was a shot, top shelf, and this game is tied. I mean, this is just kind of, as far as, you know, you're rooting for the River Dragon, it's frustrating to see that you get the shots, you get the pressure, and then they just come right back and methodically come down the ice and take a shot, and again, you shoot at the net, and good things can happen. And right there, using the defenseman as a screen, puts it right over the shoulder of Roy, and we're tied.
Mike, we talked about it all night. Nick Katola has been one of the most noticeable players on the other end of the ice for Baton Rouge. And that is a coast-to-coast play from a defenseman who has found the back of the net for a 7th time this season in his 34th game. It's not too unfamiliar of a position for Katola to be in, but that was a snipe, and I will add, the Zydeco have pinpointed upstairs on Tyler Roy tonight.
That is one of those shots.
Let's take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the remainder of the 3rd period right here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Pound bail.
Face-off win for the Dragons. Hunter scores!
Well, that's the way you answer that. Hunter just took a wrister and just beat Coffee cleanly. And it's back up to a 1-goal lead.
An absolute bomb from Ryan Hunter.
How about that? I mean, this game has some interesting twists and turns, so to speak.
This has been a game on Friday the 13th if I've ever seen it.
Yes, it is.
So the 2 goals. Catola's goal comes at 5:41, his 7th of the year. Hunter's at 5:58, 17 seconds apart. Ryan Hunter now has 2 goals tonight, 24 and 25 on the season for the forward out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Hunter playing in his first game back from the South Carolina Stingrays, where he skated in 8 contests with the club from North Charleston. Hunter again!
Hey!
You bet! Hat trick, Ryan Hunter!
How about that? A hat trick for Hunter and a 2-goal lead for Columbus, and now a little bit of this and that.
Some fisticuffs. Joel Texmo, 1 shot to Heath Ford.
Boy, I'll tell you, is he going for a rough? He must be. He's going in for a rough. I hope it isn't just. I mean, I've seen it before where they've called a 5 on a punch, but it should be just a rough. Little hurt feelings out there on the ice, I guess. And I'm just wondering if that was something to do with the thing that happened with his wrist down on that play earlier.
We'll see. Joel Texmo is sitting in the penalty box. It's a hat trick for Ryan Hunter. Earlier this season, Ryan Hunter played a game in Baton Rouge against the Zydeco, had 4 goals that night. I think he just likes playing against the Zydeco.
You know? But still got 13 minutes and 23 seconds left. I mean, not a possibility. And then of course we got a hat trick streak watch on number 8, Barrow.
We do. My goodness. A lot of hat tricks to go around recently for the River Dragons. So let's recap the goals. Catola and Hunter score 17 seconds apart. Catola had tied the game 4-4. Hunter gave the River Dragons the lead right back following a media timeout and a face-off win from Ryan Galvin. Then less than a minute later at 6:37, Ryan Hunter would score again from the mid-slot. An absolute laser beam past Ed Coffey. A hat trick for Hunter. The 2 goals for Ryan coming 39 seconds apart.
Yeah.
Hunter tonight has goals 24, 25, and 26. Tyler Barrow has 29 and 30 tonight. The River Dragons have 6 in total. Kyle Moore, the other goal for those wondering.
Well, the penalty box door is open on the Baton Rouge box. Texmo's in the box already. He was escorted there, so to speak. But I'm just wondering what the call's going to be, because
we'll see if the penalties come on the board in just a moment. It was Heath Ford who was involved with Joel Texmo. And I didn't see much other than Joel just right on top of Heath. So,
I mean, we were very happy that the goal was scored. There was kind of all kinds of emotions the other way going on as far as not thinking about that. And sure enough, there it was. If we have to hit rewind. Let's see what they got.
Tyler Larwood and Kirk Underwood, each team's captain, skates away from.
Oh yeah, now they're going to call somebody for Baton Rouge to come in because Bailey is ripped.
Chad Bailey not too happy there on the bench.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can send it to Chad Bailey on the bench.
Oh, Chad.
There he is.
Trying to get an explanation from the referee on what the call is.
I'm going to step away from the hockey just for a moment and make a note on his style. I don't know about wearing a tie the exact same shade as the shirt that you're wearing. I don't know about that. Maybe he's not wearing a tie.
I don't think I see a tie there.
Can we zoom in a little bit more?
Wow, we're fashion police up here now.
He is indeed wearing a tie.
The same color.
Just saying. Fashion police up here in the booth. I like mock necks. Anyway, back to the hockey. But he legitimately does want an explanation from the officials. But, Mike, in my opinion, I think there should be 2 minutes for a rough on each player if you're going to get involved in that way. That's usually what comes out of it, right?
If you're an aggressor, a referee is going to sometimes give you 4 and the other one 2, you know. But if he just, it all depends on what happened. And I'm not going to comment on something I didn't see happen. So, we'll have to watch it later.
Everyone was watching Ryan Hunter get down to one knee and celebrate.
But
another hat trick.
Certainly taking a lot of time in the explanation if it's just simple roughs.
Perhaps Chad Bailey looking for an elongated conversation with the officials to halt the momentum. Because the River Dragons have just, you talk about tilting the ice, 2 goals in 39 seconds.
You definitely are putting the momentum on hold by doing this. You are correct. Little method to the madness.
Perhaps.
I'm just interested to see because they put 2 and 2 up. So, I mean, it's just going to be a 4-on-4.
And now Chad Bailey is coming over and asking for a word with head coach Bichard. Bloom just gave him a thumbs up and said, all right, let me go on with my business.
Yeah. You're not going to intimidate that guy.
No.
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 He's still chirping him a bit.
This will be a 4-on-4. The puck has been dropped. We are now back underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the final 13-18. This is Scott Chirac. He wears number 19. He'll let it fly, and connecting with Roy was Katola up high. Barrow at the red line, patient with it. He'll create a odd man rush for his team. Storjahan, Barrow caught by Coffey.
Hey, Land, this game's getting a little chippy. The little shots after the behind the play, little slash here, and you run the goaltender. You touch the goaltender, and especially in a situation like that. You got to keep your back eye open because somebody's going to give you a whack in the back of the ankles.
It seemed like Katola was in the crease there. It seemed like he was getting a little bit too close for comfort.
I mean, a lot of times that's goaltender interference.
Yeah.
An interference call.
Does not go down as one. We'll play on. The 2 teams skating 4 aside. In the penalty box, it's Heath Ford, who, despite not having many shifts in the first 2 periods of this game, is still the best of the game. And Joel Texmo, 2 minutes for a rough on each. We're exactly halfway through each player's penalty. So Underwood will take a skate back. Underwood, 17 points this season in his 38th game. Left wing, Lucas Texmo. He's hauled down, gets right back up despite having a Zydeco player draped right over his back. That does not get called.
I don't know. The P might have fell out of the whistle here.
I am going to zip it and toss the key. Barrow. Doherty. Into the netting it goes.
One of the things that happen in a game when a referee doesn't start calling the chippiness, it tends to be like an aggressive weed in your yard. It pops up everywhere and you lose control. Sometimes you got to make calls. Sometimes you take both guys, but you got to make a call, especially if you don't want the game to get out of hand.
You know, in talking to head coach Bichard throughout the season, you know, about different games in which we've seen a lot of penalty calls, not a lot of penalties called, as Hunter is hauled down. We'll add that one to the list. And he tells me, Mike, that the referees really, they set the tone at the beginning of the game by the first penalty that they call. Whether it's going to be a game where they put the whistles away or becomes a little bit of a penalty parade like we've seen on a few occasions this year.
Fans don't want to see a power play, you know, the entire game. I mean, it takes a lot of stuff away, but there is a standard you're supposed to maintain.
It's that fine line, right?
Yeah.
10:55 to play here in regulation time. The River Dragons have a 6-4 lead. This game was tied 4-4 thanks to the man with the puck, Nick Catola, early on in the final frame, but 2 goals in 39 seconds for the Dragons has brought us to a 6-4 score. Both of those goals coming from Ryan Hunter. A one-handed swipe from Jemayev. The puck into the grasp of Ilnor Matyarov. Larwood behind the net. He'll pull up, throw a snow shower onto his man. Still has it on his forehand. Alexanian in a tight spot. Doherty cleans that right up and will toss it out to the neutral zone. Zydeco 3-6-1 in their last 10 games, despite winning their last 2 games in a row.
I can see why they've won 2 games in a row.
They're playing their best hockey of the season amidst a difficult year as Roy makes a save, could not control the rebound. This is Garrett Johnson, number 5 on defense. He'll go down low. The forward playing the point is Morissette. His try was blocked before getting to Tyler Roy's net. Now, Storjahan with 2 teammates joining him. It's the speedy defenseman in Thornton. He scores!
Boy, I'll tell you, that right there, it was a slow-moving play coming out of the zone and then just caught fire at the red line, and from there on in, Thornton came in, and he used the defenseman for a screen and beat Coffey cleanly. And now, another 7-goal game here in Columbus.
Another 7-goal game for the River Dragons. And Brody Thornton shot right out of a cannon. You don't get to see the speed because of the position he plays on the back end. He's got to be a little bit tame. But right there, he joins the rush and did not miss. Now, one last thing left to do for the River Dragons. As Underwood shoots, a save made by Coffey. Let's go to a media timeout. When we return, the final 9 minutes and 11 seconds of the third.
The Columbus River Dragons are back inside of the Lair on Friday, February 20th, and Saturday, February 21st, as the club takes on their newest rival, the PD Ice Cats. The puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday for Health and Wellness Night. Then, on Saturday, we are honoring those who served with our Military Appreciation Night, with the game set to begin at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets at the Columbus Civic Center box office or by visiting ourdragons.com.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks. You forgot popcorn. Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better. 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom?
Coach, can families run that play too?
Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go, Dragons.
The River Dragons with a 7-4 lead. The most recent goal off of the stick of Brody Thornton, number 65. It came at 10:23, assisted by Alex Storjahan, number 4, and Matthew Horn, number 12. Thornton, he has his 5th goal of the season. And Mike Thornton, another player that is starting to catch fire for the River Dragons. He had a 4-point second period last Saturday night. A goal and 3 assists against the PD Ice Cats.
Well, the guy plays defense and also chips in on offense. I'll tell you what.
It's a luxury to have for sure when you get production offensively from those on your back end. A give and go between Wickline and Lucas Texmo. Good to see Lucas Texmo back out there after taking that shot to the hand. He tries to glove that puck down with that same hand. Looked a little hesitant in doing so. Chirac across the ice. Texmo cleans it up. What a play.
Oh,
Wickline receives a pass from Storjahan in front for Barrow. Closed off by Matcham. That's the long reach of Ethan Matcham.
Yep.
The River Dragons, they wanted the hat-trick goal for Tyler Barrow. Barrow leaves the puck behind. This will be a 2-on-1. Keller will take it himself. Now drop it back for Cox. Back for Keller.
Wow.
Botched
Missed the pass.
Storjahan and Barrow will come in. Storjahan was met by 2 Zydeco players, so now Morissette has possession. Morissette left side.
Wow.
Storjahan brought down in the neutral zone. That drew some noise from the crowd. Left point Morissette to the net, blocked by Storjahan. Hunter could not receive the breakaway pass, so now Coffey will be patient with it and drop it back.
That
for
was,
his
he was
defense.
cool and collective on that.
He was. Coffey was cool. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Guess you could call it some iced coffee. As Ryan Hunter, he had a 4-goal game against Baton Rouge earlier this season. Does he have another? Did not have enough of a step on Garrett Johnson to be able to let it rip. Morissette will swivel back, and the River Dragons don't mind time coming off of the clock, Mike, with 7 minutes exactly to play.
Yep, with a 3-goal lead. You definitely don't want to leave one up and then it's pull the goaltender time.
Joel Texmo with Ryan Galvin and Ryan Hunter. There's a possible trip, does not get called. Calling for the puck is Joel Texmo. He'll wrap it around and try to power to the goal. It comes to the outskirts of the offensive zone where Thornton keeps it in. Behind the net, Don Carter Jr.'s got it. He'll fling left side. Thornton skates up from the blue line again. He took a hit. And now Alex Sanian will work it out for the opposition. Ooh. He steps around Somero, takes a stick up high right next to the referee. He looks to the referee for a penalty that did not come.
Well.
Somero has the red line, but he'll back up into defensive positioning. Go D-to-D with Thornton, and Thornton will fire it in. The first shift for Brody after scoring the goal. He now gets a line change. Kirk Underwood onto the sheet. Here's Matcham with the puck on his tape. Don Carter Jr. left point, roughed up by Jemayev, still gets the puck to the spot. Chirac, one-timer, they score, it's Cox. The native of Columbus, Georgia, beats Roy through the wickets.
Old Jake put the puck in the net, and there it is. Like you said, now they won't go away. 3-goal lead is down to a 2-goal lead, now with only 5:40 left, and you know Bailey's gonna tap to get the goaltender out probably about 3-minute mark. You got nothing to lose at that point. So keep your eye on Coffey here in the next couple of minutes. Unless something else happens.
Baton Rouge has scored for a 5th time tonight. But in a game of responses, do the River Dragons have another one up their sleeve? This is Katola, who has been everywhere tonight. He goes all the way to the net, ends up beneath the goal line. Blacksmith, the forward, with the puck on the backhand. Lucas Texmo gets air under it. Stopped down by Kyle Moore, who will step around Matcham. He's met at the flank by Keller, who presses him shoulder to shoulder into the glass. Katola's got it back now. He'll begin his approach. Next to the River Dragon bench, he'll shoot from the right side. He did it again. He used Lucas Texmo as a screen, this time on the other end of the ice.
Hitting the guy on the numbers is not going to.
Kyle Moore wants to dance with Nick Catola.
They hit him on the numbers.
Lucas Texmo will beat out that potential icing. How about the blue liner getting to the puck first? But he'll have to get back now as Miettinen will hammer it into the offensive zone. This is Morissette to the cage. There was a player right in front. That's Curtis Hansen. We'll keep an eye on Ed Coffey. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play. Left point, Miettinen. Hansen in front from Morissette. Quick stick from Doherty. 3-on-2 for the Dragons. Wickline with Storjahan and Barrow. Barrow offside, Columbus.
And a little extracurricular activity there as well.
We are exactly 16 minutes into the third period. The River Dragons have a 7-5 lead in a game that's seen 12 combined goals.
Doherty having some words too.
Not sure that would be a fair fight. Scott Doherty and Kim Miettinen.
That's why I think it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why Miettinen turned the other cheek.
Smart ahead prevailed. But 4 minutes left now in the 2-goal lead. And you know the way this game has been going, Baton Rouge just refuses to fold up the tent. And now the shots are pretty close. What is it, 28-26? And the way things have been kind of working out, I'm looking at it from a point that is a plus for the River Dragons. Obviously, Jerome Bouchard has the red light on as far as the physical stuff.
Yep.
We want the points. We don't need to prove anything. If we win on the scoreboard. And I think you saw that with Moore. Moore could have done a little bit more on that hit in the numbers. He challenged him. If it was an even 5 minute, it would have been one thing. He didn't want to take a 2-minute penalty and be that guy.
Smart man.
Discipline.
As we have a look at Ed Coffey in the upper right-hand portion of your screen. So Scott Doherty, a good first pass. That does wonders. Storjahan, Wickline. He's got a full head of steam. Coffey makes a pad save. A slapper from Storjahan from above the left circle. Whistles by the net. Doherty will let it fly straight into the mitt of Coffey.
Keep the pressure on Coffey, and he'll have to stay in the net.
Coffey,
like I say, it's getting to that point now. I think right around the 3-minute mark, if Baton Rouge has any kind of sustained pressure in the Columbus zone, you're going to see Coffey beeline it.
You can imagine once the Zydeco are able to move it into the River Dragon zone,